Howdy people! How are we doing? How are we doing? Welcome to AXR, the 12-hour endurance stint number 4. In the dark, so I've got it all to do. The infamous Mount Panorama, aka Bathurst. We've got Hell Corner, we've got Murray Corner, we've got Forest Elbow, we've got Mountain Straight, we've got Conrod Straight. We've got it all this evening, and what we have got as well is all the racers in the lobby, I think. So in a couple of minutes time we'll get underway, but before that, quickly, I always like to do it, jump into the settings. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. We've got 95 laps. I did think it was 5 laps, but it's 95 laps. In the dark, 3 hours. I do my utmost. Race delay, rolling start. So we've actually got a rolling start this time around. Tyre wear ×1, fuel ×1, GR2. Tuning's on, so they all, you know, do a tuning to their liking. Racing soft to racing hard. The tyre compounds, and yeah, I'm waiting to go. I think everyone that's watching wants it all to start, but I think we're just setting the grid, so give it a minute or two, we'll get underway. During the stream I'll flip between the driver list and then we'll go to the tyre information and damage. I mean, we could tell who's going to have damage anyway by how slow the car goes and the way it reacts. A lot of the teams I'm not quite aware of, the teams, but as the race goes on I will pick it all up. I know VRC Racer Brown, that's the Virtual Racers Club, I think. THG, I think that's is it American team? If I'm wrong, just correct me in the chat. You know, we've got Gecko Racer, part of MRC. Jerry Bear just on the commentary for stint number 2. We've got Liam hosting the room this evening for AXR. We've got Jay Doobie as well. South African flag there. THG Booty there from America. RL Damien Black. Elderson Racing. Matty Sky just gone by. Have you gone out? No, you're there and you're in 9th. Matty Sky now in 9th. Got ART Beardy there, part of Amigos Racing team. Rusty, I don't know if he'll be for full throttle racing. He might be. I'm not quite sure. Rusty there in 12th. This car, it confuses me all the time. It looks like a Merc from the front, like a Mercedes-Benz, but it's not. It's a Lexus. Swift there. And we got is that? Yeah, it's P10 we'll call you. P10, but you're P14 in a minute. But yeah, I'm ready to get underway. Reversing back down the track. I don't know, maybe doing a practice start. Who knows? Who knows? But Hell Corner, very short run down to Hell Corner. Left-hander, heavy braking. And yeah, anything can go wrong there. You can run it deep into the gravel. Remember, damage is on heavy. Now it's for the drivers to be aware at the start. We know it's going to be all heated. They all want to get up to P number 1 straight away. But, you know, you got to work together in these endurances. Working together is crucial, especially because you're teammates as well. If you can get behind each other, then you can help each other maintain the tyre wear and the fuel. It's not a lot, it's ×1, but you know, it can still have an effect and damage as well. I mean, going down, I'm going to see a lot of overtakes, and I said this to Rob. Forest Elbow, I can imagine a lot of overtakes, tempted to be down there, but we'll wait and see. I mean, we're on board with Gecko Racer. Well, we're watching Gecko Racer, and he is a very, very fast racer. Racer Signing, I think that group is, but they're representing MRC. Rusty there, evening. Hello, Hoppers, good evening. Who's going through the standings once the stint's over so I can collect? Yeah, that's fine, not a problem. You collect your results, not a problem. And this guy there, hello, good evening. Matty's supporting Matty there. And yeah, I think we're all ready to go now. Qualification done the other day. Stint 1, Stint 2, Stint 3 all done. We had the 2 commentators, hats off to them. You know, it's not easy commentating for 3 hours, especially on endurance, but once you get into it, I mean, time flies. But hats off to all the racers so far. Hats off to the commentators as well. Big shout out to AXR for getting this all together and getting it all underway. I'm covering the final stint in the dark. On board, doable, but out car view is always best. But I will go in car and just give you their point of view of what they got to put up with in the darkness, you know. The lead runner would be alright because he could break away, but then it's the midfield I would suspect it's going to be difficult battling away. They've got to judge the braking as well. Yeah, you got the brake lights, I get that, you know. But again, it's down to a driver ability and what they can do. Here we are, rolling start. No grid start, nothing like that. So they'll all pile into Hell Corner. Murray Corner's the final left. The left-hander heading on to the short. Start, finish straight. Swift getting us underway. Yeah, sit back, relax, get some cake. I like cake. And off we go. 3 hours, 95 laps. Heading on to lap number 1. Here we go, heading down to Hell. What has happened to Swift? Swift is falling right down. What's going on with Swift? You is in P number 1. What's going on with Swifty boy? Oh, it's all kicking off. We've got cars buying into each other. Come on, we're not even started at number 1 and it's all kicking off. What's happened to Swift? He's fallen right down. Wow, so Swift's got it all to do. Was in that pole position. THC there, number P1 at the minute, but Liam behind. I would say, you know, early on, watch out for Liam. He is also Mr. Rapid. Jerry Bear, the other commentator, which done stint number 2, and they're heading around the cutting now. The cutting, heading up through the cutting, quite difficult. Get them tyres warmed up, you know, if you're on the roll, going through the cutting. The cutting goes all the way around. You'd be quite surprised. Then we head down to the skyline. The skyline coming up now. Fast section. There's slight lift maybe. Then we head down to the dipper section. Dipper. From his perspective, we'll go on board like this so you can just see from his point of view what he's got to put up with exactly in the car as well. In the car, it's going to be even more difficult. I mean, look at behind him. He's breaking a bit of a gap already, and we're going down to Conrad Straight, the left-hander Forest Elbow. And I did say at the start, you're going to see a lot of overtakes down that, around that corner, but who knows, we've got a long way to go. Almost a second gap now to Liam, that's quite surprising. Jerry Bear in 3rd, we got VRC Racer Brown in 4th, we got Damien Black there in 5th, but he's being harassed for that 5th position, and yes, I think Damien Black may lose this heading down. Oh, down the inside, very nice move there. Damien just eases off, just lets him on by. You don't want to, you know, damage your car early on. So, here we go, we've got Jay there. Jay as well in 7th position. For the first time, heading down to Murray Corner. Heading over the timing line now, heading up to Hell Corner. I don't know what happened to Swift. He just seemed to drop right the way down the grid, you know. Right the way down the order, and he's like, I think 11th at this moment in time, but we're going down. Liam 1.4 second gap, but again it's about maintaining and looking after and saving as much fuel as you can. Maybe a 2-stopper from a few of the guys, but we'll wait and see. Lap number 2 at 95, VRC Racer Brown maintaining that gap to Jerry Bear in that 3rd position. So he's doing a good job so far. 5th position, he's a bit drifty there, sliding to the rear, be careful. Remember, damage is heavy, you don't want to damage your car early on. RL Damien Black is representing Elderton Racing, not Redline Racing. We've got Jay there in 7th. And then we got Gecko Racer, we got ART Beardy there. He's pressuring Gecko Racer there for that 8th position. And there's a bit of a gap now to Matt there in 10th position. Rusty GT UK, I think he's part of Full Throttle. Booty there as well in 12th. Swift falling down to 13. We got Memorex, it's there in 14th position. Up the front we go. We got, look at that gap already, 1.8 second gap around on lap number 2. He's stamping his authority early on, but Liam he's still got Jerry behind, so Liam just needs to be aware of Jerry, but he is breaking that bit of a gap now too. But VRC Racer Brown in that prime position now to get to the rear. VRC Racer Brown and try and do that overtake if he can. Let's go like this. We're going side by side now. We're going side by side with Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear down to 4th. We got VRC Racer Brown up to 3rd. Up to 3rd now. We got easy does it. 5th place. You're gonna yes, there it is. 5th place. And he's doing a good job so far. No damage, no tyre wear at the minute. But yeah, it's all looking good and hunky dory as we go into lap number 2. Who's gone on the pits there? Someone has gone into the pits. Have they got damage at all? Who was that? Oh, no one. Maybe it's my eyesight, Darren, you know. Yes, wake up. It's been a long day. Liam, 2.1 gap. Yeah, he's just managing it in a minute, but VRC Racer Brown in 3rd. That was Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear went into the pits. I mean, what happened to Jerry Bear? Has he got damage at all? Can we pick the damage up? Maybe a little bit of damage. It does have an effect on the car, even if it's error at the front. You know, be quite surprised. Jerry Bear now down to 10th, was running in 4th. Swift in 11th. Swift in 11th, slowly getting up there again, but I just want to know what happened at the start. If anyone knows what happened to Swift at the start, I mean, he dropped right the way down. He didn't even cross the line and he was down to 11th already. But yeah, we've got Liam, VRC Racer Brown. Damien Black has now dropped quite far back now from that 4th position, 2.9 up to 3 nearly. Jay as well, Jay 1.4. People chatting, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just focusing on the race. Focusing on the race. Oh, sorry mate. Please check DMs. Yes, boss. Where's my phone? Here we are. Here's my phone. Please check DMs. Sorry people, I've got to check my messages. The boss has messaged me. But while we'll focus on the battle for the minute, here we are. We've got 3rd and 4th battling it out. Here we go. Rolling start, 95 laps. Wait, you're not host. Sorry, my bad. Please, can you use full data? I thought you said yesterday you didn't want me to use it all. Alright, put it all on. I'll put it all on for you. There we go. So all that information is on. Tyre information, we've got fuel information. I thought yesterday he said no, I don't want it on, just have it off, have the dials off, but I've got to have it on now. So he's told me to have it on, so I'm going to have it on. But anyway, let's get back to this. VRC Racer Brown 4th. I missed that overtake there, Rob. Yeah, with you messaging me, I missed that overtake. That's all your fault, my lad. That's all your fault. So VRC Racer Brown still battling away. 3rd and 4th still battling away. But let's go down to RL Damien Black. But let's focus on this for a minute. In the slipstream now, VRC Racer Brown. Purple above his car. Fast lap so far is a 154.537. Impressive early on in the race. But still, as the race goes on, that tiredness will kick in. And, you know, 95 laps is a long time. It's a long time. 3 hours as well for me to sit here talking. I'll do my best, but the longest endurance I've done is an hour and a half. I'm Idle4 Gaming, part of Elder Sim Racing. Don't do a lot of commentary now. I just do it now and again, more into the racing side of things. Jerry Bear down in 10th. That's a little bit about me. We'll go through the core names in a moment or two around Mount Panorama. 30, Member X is in 14th. He's 2.4 and he's 46 seconds away from the leader, and the leader is 4 seconds in front of Liam. And Liam, yeah, this gentleman here is stamping his authority already on lap number 4. Tyre wear is nothing at this moment in time. I would estimate around the 50-minute mark you'll see pit stops happening. Fresh set of rubber, get back out there if you can. Purple sector there for Liam. 3rd place is broke away from VRC Racer Brown, which is quite interesting to be honest with you. But VRC Racer Brown is in that slipstream and he's going to try and break away from that 3rd place, but it might be quite difficult. So here we are, the lad from Australia. G'day mate. Yeah, I don't know what time it is over there. Maybe it's early hours in the morning. But yeah, fair play to you if it is, my son. Damien Black coming under pressure now from Jay Doobie there in 6th position, and Gecko Racer. He could quite possibly get 2 for the price of 1. Buy 1, get 2 free, or buy 2 or get 1 free. You take the pick. Or buy 1 get 1 free. But yeah, he's sitting in the street. I think he's just going to bide his time. Let these 2 battle ahead of him. Let them slow each other up, and he'll just come on through like hello, goodbye, hello. And yeah, alright, Gecko Racer. He's just I think he's like, right, you 2 carry on doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna wait for you to do 1 slight error, and I'm gonna dive up your inside or your outside. You never know, might even fly over you. There's some tracks with that glitch. So Gecko Racer still not got that overtake done yet onto Jay Doobie in front, but Jay Doobie into the barrier. You don't want to do that. Side contact into the barrier can still cause that damage. Gecko Racer, he wants that 6th position of Jay Doobie. He's like, yeah, you're holding me up, but Jay Doobie's like, no, I'm not. I race on my own race. But yeah, Jay Doobie doing a grand job there, holding up Gecko Racer. And yeah, he's a little bit of a gap there. Oh, Gecko Racer almost lost that rear end, but he's maintained it. And he's back onto it. But Jay Doobie has got the slipstream effect off RL Damien Black as well. So not only has Jay got the slipstream from Damien Black in front, Gecko Racer's got the slipstream from Jay Doobie, but the one that's benefiting from this the most is this gentleman here, Jay Doobie. He's in the middle. He's like the cheese in the bread type thing. But I will go through the grid in a minute. I will flick up and down, but it's the closest battle so far. And Gecko Racer again closes up. Bit of a rear-ending moment there for him, and they're going down to Murray corner now. Left-hander, Jay Doobie. Does he think about an overtake here onto RL Damien Black? He is not. RL Damien Black still defending. He's got these two cars behind. Jay Doobie flicks to the inside there, heading up to L corner. Oh no, he doesn't. He sits back in behind RL Damien Black. Oh, Jay Doobie, I thought he went a bit wide there, but RL Damien Black still under that pressure. How is he maintaining this pressure from these two cars behind? It is unreal. Jay Doobie there, will he do it in the Lexus versus the NSX as they head up Mountain Straight? Jay Doobie there to the inside there of RL Damien Black. He's looking for it. Can Jay Doobie do it? Oh, he thought about it a little bit, drifty left from RL Damien Black. They're side by side heading up now towards the cutting, and Gecko Racer and Beardy behind as well. Beardy is catching these three up. With these three battling away, slowing them down, and yeah, here he is. ART Beardy's like, yeah, hello guys, here I am. Don't forget about me, Stylee. But yeah, Damien Black, he's under so much pressure. This is the closest battle what I can see so far, but up ahead we shall go quickly because it looks like it's all kicking off further up. Liam as well. Liam is coming under pressure now for third place into the barrier there. VRC Racer Brown isn't letting them go away so quickly. I need to get back down to that battle because that battle was absolutely intense, and Jay Doobie still hasn't got that overtake done onto RL Dame. Let's go and flick down quickly, but let's wait, Darren, wait, be patient, because I got a feeling Jay Doobie here in that sixth position may get the overtake now. But again, tune in, it's all about what they want. Do they want the pace or do they want the aero? You know, it's 2 for 1. It looks like the NSX has gone for, more power than the aerodynamic side of things, and to me the Lexus is more about aero maybe. But Gecko Racer as well, he's looking there to the inside of 6th place. No, he hasn't got that done. This battle is amazing, you know. Cool, we're only 11 minutes in. I thought it was 1 hour 11 minutes in. Side by side action now, Gecko Racer and Jay Doobie. Gecko Racer down the inside, very nice move there from Gecko Racer. Very nice move there for Gecko Racer. Can we pick that up again quickly on the replay, instant replay? He looks for it around Murray corner. He lines him up. He sees he's slow out of that corner, Jay Doobie. And there we are, Gecko Racer down the inside, heading up to L corner. He gets that position done onto Jay Doobie. So Gecko Racer now will be looking up to the rear of RL Damien Black. But the guy in first position, 154.203 on lap number 7 of 95. Yeah, you heard that right. 95. Liam now coming under pressure from third position. What can third position do? Can he get that position? He's looking for it, heading through the skyline down to the, oh, look at that entry speed into that corner. A little bit of contact to the rear of Liam, but here we are through the dipper section, heading up to Forest Elbow. Now at the start I did say there's going to be a lot of overtakes around this the Forest Elbow, and he hits into that barrier for a second time from what I've seen. Bit of drift moment there out of that corner. But VRC Racer Brown, what has happened to Gecko Racer? I've missed something. I do apologise. Can I pick that up at all? No, I missed that. Apologies for that. I missed something there because Gecko Racer now has fallen down to 7th position. Liam in 2nd position. He's got just under half a second between him and 3rd place. Hello, evening. Oh, evening, Rusty. Yeah, I get that. If they're not yeah, it's a long race, you know. They'll get into it. They'll get into it. And you know, yeah. What's this? Start over about all the driving patterns being ready. Swift. Oh, he wasn't ready. Oh, I get you now. Swift wasn't ready. So now he's got it all. So Gecko Racer damage, front aero damage. So something untoward has happened, and I couldn't pick it up on the replay. But yeah, maybe he'll tell us after the race. But first position there, ran it slightly wide, top of Mountain Straight, and he's into the barrier. Liam there, still on just over half a second between 2nd and 3rd. VRC Racer Brown now catching up to the rear of 2nd and 3rd position. What can he do? VRC Racer Brown, RL Damien Black, still got that pressure from Jay Doobie. ART Beardy now on his own. 5.7 seconds behind Jay Doobie there, who's in 6th. Matt Sky, 1.7 second gap from ART Beardy, doable. Jerry Bear, 2.6 second gap from 8th position. So Jerry Bear in that 9th position. What can he do? Can he get to the race? 29 seconds behind the leader. And R.A. Gecko Racer with that front end damage, aero damage, and I would say suspension damage. He's now got, you know, compose himself and get back up there if he can. Swifty, apparently wasn't ready at the start. That's why he dropped the way down. So he's in 11th. Rusty GT UK in 12th. Memorex there in 13th, and Boo there in 14th. Just and that's your lineup so far. Carrying that front end damage. So will he repair it? Because sometimes you can carry the damage and it doesn't really have that much of an effect on the car, depending where it is. More rear will have an effect. But let's do an onboard lap, shall we, with first position. Just a quick onboard lap. I can see the blue triangles now. He's heading to Hell Corner, left-hander, keeps it in 2nd. Nice up mountain straight. Very dark, very dark from his point of view. No rear lights in front of him. So it's all about, you know, where it's a guessing game in the darkness. So now he's purple sector as well, and he's heading up towards the cutting section now. We've got the right-hander, and he's heading up towards the cutting section. Let's go Jimmy Bear, let's go Jimmy Bear. A lot of people support, well, a few people supporting Jimmy Bear. The cutting section now, so you've got a lot like Solomon Park to your right, over that banking section. The cutting carries on around this section as well, and it still carries on the cutting. Still the cutting. Now we're coming up to the skyline. Lovely view to your left. See that? Nice lights. Moon up ahead. Dipper section coming through the dipper section now. Tricky part this. I can never get it right, but you know, he seems to have got it spot on. Heading through. Yeah, the dipper section now. Then Forest Elbow, the infamous Forest Elbow. No, take that in the face, the elbow. So now down Conrad Straight. Flat out this. See, we're tuning on. I'm quite intrigued to find out if they've done more power than aero. That'd be quite fascinating, you know. The chase section coming up now. We're coming up to the chase. The left-hander. So that's the bottom of Conrad. The chase section coming up now. Murray Corner. The final corner on this track. Nice lap there indeed. I must admit, you know, not an error at all, and he's maintained that first position. But what I did see there, Liam getting overtaken. Let's pick that up again. Can we pick that up? So Liam getting overtaken there by 3rd place, and he's looking around the outside. Very nice move on the out. Little bit of contact there from them both, minimal. You know, that does happen in racing, but yeah, he's got that 2nd place off of Liam, and Liam now will just sit behind him and again manage that tyre. You know, Liam in 3rd. Very nice move there indeed. VRC Racer Brown in 4th. Falling back a bit now. 2.3 second back from Liam. RL Damien Black further. 11 second back. Why can't I see loads of chats? I got yeah, thank you. Evening all. Hope everyone's well in the chat. You know, welcome to the AXR 12-hour endurance stint number 4. They gave me the darkness. Don't know why. Because my eyes ain't the best, so I got the brightness up a little bit so I can see a little bit better. Plus I got my glasses on as well. Jay Doobie there in SIP. ART Beardy, he's only 6.5 seconds back, but he's got to look out for Matt there, and Jimmy Bear's all of a sudden closed up. So Jimmy Bear, he's just over half a second now behind Matt, but Matt is catching ART Beardy in that 7th position. Wow. So we're going to have another 3-car battle for 7th. So what can Matt do? What can Jerry Bear do? Sorry. We've got the Nissan compared to the Lexus, and then compared to the NSX. I think the NSX has got the better top end than the other 2 cars. Maybe I'm wrong. You're probably thinking, shut up, Darren. You know what you're on about. You don't know what you're on about. Close that gap. He's lost a bit of time actually, but ART Beardy has increased that gap as well to Matt, who's in 8th. Further down we go. Gecko Racer in 10th, slowly making his way back up there. We've got Swift in 11th. We got Rusty GTUK in 12th. Memerix there, that's Bruno Botica, who represents Elderson Racing in 13th, and Booty there. Chitterer, fair play, still carrying that damage to the front of the car, whether they'll opt to get it repaired, because I do think that is slowing him down, to be honest with you. Not massively, but you know, it's going to slow him down in places. But at the front we go, this you know, 154, 103, and he's pulled out a 9-second gap already. Are you with us today? Are you with us? It's just on a different planet, you know. I think this is this the American team? Is it? Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Second place, he's from Australia. Yeah, g'day mate. How's it doing out there? How's it doing? Maybe it's early where you are. I don't know, but he's in second. He's got 1.3 second gap to Liam now. So he's breaking that gap, increasing that gap lap after lap, 10th by 10th. Then we got VRC Racer Brown. Now it's settling. So we've got gaps appearing in the race. They're not massive between like first, well, second to fourth. Yeah, it's close-ish. Yeah, so you're looking around about a 4-second gap between second, third, and fourth. But Jay Doobie, he's got past Damien Black, which I missed again, and he's 14 seconds behind the VRC Racer Brown, and he is now breaking away from RL Damien Black, who's in that 6th position, and Damien Black has got that rear end damage on that car, so that's going to have a massive effect with the aerodynamics of that car. He's going to feel it when he wants to turn in. The car's going to want to pull out, but now will he pit? This is the thing. If I was him, yes, I wouldn't risk rear end damage. But Jay Doobie there, yeah, he's increasing that gap. Beardy, oh, we've got Jerry Bear. He's looking to the rear of Matt. What can Matt do? Can Matt just keep Jerry Bear there? ART Beardy just up the road. ART Beardy there. Come around Murray corner. Matt being harassed now by Jerry Bear. Yes. Where's my sweets, Jerry? So Jerry Bear in 9th. Coming up to Hull corner now. What can he do in the slipstream? Can he get him at the top of Mountain Straight? We'll wait and see. We'll stay like this for this moment in time. So we have got Matt just up ahead in that 8th position. We've got Beardy just up the road from Matt, but Matt is looking to the inside there of Beardy, and will he get this move done? He does indeed, but will Beardy fight back? Oh, very nice move there, but Jerry's going to follow him through. No, he is not. So Matt up to 7th now. Fair play, good racing so far from the Stint 4 fellas. Beardy there coming under pressure now from Jerry Bear. So Jerry Bear, where's the perfect opportunity? I think heading down towards a dipper, to be honest with you. He just died down the inside, you know, for the skyline bit. I would, but maybe he won't. So Jerry Bear still sitting behind. Oh, and Beardy's doing all the defending. He's quite within his rights. They're battling for position, remember. So heading towards the dipper section now. Can Jerry Bear do it? He does not. I just think the NSX is more stable through this complex. The dipper section. Because he pulls out that little bit of a gap from Jerry Bear. Even the guys in the other NSXs, I'm noticing that with the NSX, it's putting out that bit of a gap through the dipper section, you know. Yeah, a bit of scientific information there for you. So ART Beardy now, he's getting into the slipstream of Matt, and he is in that slipstream effect now. So Matt is going to come under pressure now from Beardy. So Beardy, what can you do? Because you have got Jerry Bear behind. There's Jerry Bear behind Beardy, and we've got Matt just in front of ART Beardy, you know, and we got RL Damien Black. I think RL Damien Black ideally should have gone into the pits, because the VRC Racer Brown is in the pits, and I think VRC Racer Brown did have damage. He has front and rear aero damage there, but it's surprising that Damien Black's going to be losing so much time with that rear end damage. But you know, each to their own. I'm not here to judge them or anything, tell them what to do. They're racing their own race. I'm just sitting here commentating on them. But here we are, ART Beardy side by side there with Jerry Bear as they go up Mountain Straight. Jerry Bear looks like he's got that move done. He has indeed. Very nice move there from Jerry Bear. Let's pick that out one more time on the replay. So Jerry Bear actually got him up to Hell Corner. So he'd done that before Hell Corner. So Jerry Bear now up to 7th position. Don't run it too wide over that white line, so it does get very slippery out there. So Jerry Bear up to 7, ART Beardy in 8, but hello, who has appeared in the background, and he's yeah, he's there now. So Gecko Racer done a stonking few laps, so 155.023 is his fastest lap of the race so far. But he's looking to the rear of Beardy there, so Beardy's going to have to defend like mad against the Nissan. We've got an NSX up in front of him, which is Beardy, but Beardy again, he's got that slipstream effect from Jerry Bear. So Jerry Bear in that 7. Gecko Racer, I think this is his perfect opportunity as Jerry Bear hits into the barrier. So Beardy and Gecko Racer, I'm going to come see what I mean about the NSX. I think it's got the edge over the other cars without slipstream, but Gecko Racer in that Nissan, what can he do? Because Beardy's got the slipstream off of Jerry Bear as well. But no, Gecko Racer hasn't got that move done so far. So very good racing. Here we go, down to Murray Corner again, maybe at the inside, but no, Beardy's opting to stay in the middle of the track, just defend, you know, so you'll have to, you know, just think about where to go. So sitting in the middle of the track, defending it, and he's doing a good job so far. But Gecko Racer, I would have thought he would have dived down the inside there a little bit. He pulled to the left there, LRT Beardy. That was a bit clever there. He just pulled to the left a little bit, thought, right, you know, if you're going to go for it, you're going to go the long way around. But yeah, he just pulled out a little bit, just defend that, the entry to Hell Corner. Very nice there indeed. But RA Gecko Racer now up to the inside of Beardy, and he's going to get this move done for that 8th position. So Gecko Racer, but Beardy is fighting back, yeah, but Gecko Racer got that position over ART Beardy. So Beardy now has got it all to do. Can he just stay in the slipstream? But Swift as well, Swift is slowly catching up in that Lexus. With these battling up ahead, it's enabling these guys behind, with the guys behind and the guys in front, with them battling, the guys behind, the guys who are battling, they're closing up, you know. Bit of maths lesson there as well for you again. So now Swift, what can he do? Can he he's only at 1.6, that's nothing really. 1.5 is going down all the time, but let's go down quick. Let's give everyone a bit of a stream time. BRC Racer Brown with that front and rear aero damage, he's gone into the pits, he's repaired it, and now just keep it nice and composed. I know it's dark, you've got like 75 laps to go. 80 laps to go, sorry. Yeah, not too long. Rusty in 12th position, doing a good job. Stayed trouble free, stayed out of trouble, and he's maybe do a late push later on into the race, 70 lap, maybe push it from there. Bruno there in 13th, Memorex, doing a good job there in NSX. And again, is he playing the long game, taking it nice and easy, then push it for the last part of the race. THG Booty. Yeah, he's doing very well indeed. Front aero damage still. He isn't losing that much ground. 157.415 on lap number 13. So the pace is there. He's 1 minute 23 seconds behind the leader. But yeah, you know, fair play, sticking at it. So here we go. First place, 11.7 seconds over second place. Liam has closed that gap slightly to second position. And this is going to be quite interesting. 1.9, the tyre wear between them both is quite equal actually. So they're equal on the tyre wear, but looking at the fuel, Liam has got a little bit more fuel than second place. Jay Doobie, how's he getting on? A little bit more tyre wear on the front right, but maintaining that gap to Damien Black, who's in 5th position, but again, he's carrying that heavy damage to the rear. But Matt is closing that gap lap after lap, and it's only just over a second between 5th and 6th, but he's bringing Jerry Bear along with him. So Jerry Bear doing the right thing, staying in that slipstream. So technically these two are working. Oh! I say that Matt loses it through the dipper section of this track. Let's go and look at this again. Commentator's curse. Sorry Matt, my fault, not yours. So yeah, Damien's up ahead. He's going to get too much curve, is it? Yeah, too much curve. Oh, he's going to lose it around here now. Oh, that is so unforgiving, that, you know, that was not a lot in that really, but it's affected him massively. Doing a good old job where he was, but now he's got it all to do after all that hard work. Let's see what he can do. Put your head down and get back up there if you can. But Damien Black 45 seconds, 13 behind J Doobie in 4th, 45 seconds behind first place Jerry Bear. Now he's free to push it like a bear, if that's a pun. Maybe it's not, but yeah, he's in that 6th position, chasing down that heavy damage of our the rear end ain't happy at the moment in that NSX, but Jerry Bear, it's just a moment of time before he just pounces onto the rear of Damien Black. And Jerry Bear's looking for it now. He's going to pull to the right. He's going to look down the inside there of RL Damien Black, and he gets that move done on the inside there. So Jerry Bear promoted up to 5th. 13 seconds between him and J Doobie. Well, 40 now. As I say that, it increased by half a second. So Jerry Bear, what can he do? How quick can he catch up to the rear of who was it again? Got lost it. J Doobie, sorry. So J Doobie, Jerry Bear, 14 seconds. We'll keep an eye on this gap. Come on, Racer Brown. Yeah, he's doing well. It's just damage. He had Racer Brown. Where's he gone? Has he picked up damage again? He's got damage again. So Racer Brown, a couple of laps ago, he had damage front and rear. He was doing really well at the start. And then again, he's got front end damage and suspension damage as well. And unfortunately, this is going to drop him down the grid even more. But again, we've got around about 70 odd laps to go. And anything can happen. You know, Matt is currently in, I think he's in 9th, and he's battling away now. We've got Rusty GTUK and Damien Black battling. I'll go to Matt in a minute, battling out for that 10th and 11th. So Rusty GTUK, yeah, he's got that position done. And I'm sorry, I think Damien should have pitted a lot earlier than what he has done, and he's got front and rear damage now. That's a heck of a damage on that car. You're lucky you haven't got engine damage, because it's going to be longer into the pits. But come on, get into the pits, nice and composed, come back out and push it even more. Matt, missed the pit entry there. Damien Black, lucky, but got it together into the back. Now he's into the pits, but Matt is also into the pits, and he's got damage as well. So we've got 3 cars into the pits, all carrying damage. The darkness is having an effect on these racers so far. So here we go. We've got lap number 17, Mr. Rapide in first place, a 1:53.855. Lap number 12, 13 seconds in front of second place. And then second place, he's extended that gap again. Liam at 3.3, it was a 2 if you remember a lap or 2 ago. J Doobie 19 second, and remember this gap, what I said, it was a 14.2 thereabouts between Jerry Bear and J Doobie. But here we are, Gecko Racer, yeah, he's on the mission in that Nissan, and he's closing up to the rear of Jerry Bear. And what can he do in that slipstream for Team MRC, Mature Racing Clubio? And yes, he's sitting that slipstream. Will he get him down to the bottom of Conway Straight? Both in the same car. It's all about tuning, who done the perfect tuning. And he's looking for it, and he's behind Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear's only in maritime before Gecko Racer does get that position off you. But Jerry Bear, broke a bit too late. Bottom of Conrod. And yeah, he almost lost it but kept it together, but that has slowed them both up. Jerry Bear round Murray Corner for the 17th time, heading on to lap number 18. And here we are, Jerry Bear still got Gecko Racing behind, fair play. But here we are, Swift recovering really well, to be honest with you, in that 7th position. Look where he was at the start. He wasn't ready and he fell down, but he's kept it nice and relaxed and just slowly made his way up through. I know cars are pitted, and here we are, Gecko Racer down the inside there of Jerry Bear. Will Jerry Bear give up a fight? He shall, but no, he doesn't. He just backs it off a little bit, lifts off that accelerator. But here we are, we've got Swift is actually on the mission. So Swift, 1.9 second gap behind Jerry Bear now. It was Gecko until Gecko Racer overtook Jerry Bear, but now Gecko Racer can push it that little bit more, but bring Jerry Bear along with him maybe. But watch out for Swift. I think Swift is he's got his head down now, and he's Yeah, he's got it all worked out. He's like, right, avoid this, do that, and just get your head down, get back up there. ART Beardy in that 8th, 5.9 second gap behind 7th position, who is Swift. We got Rusty GT UK in that 9th. Memorex in 10th, further 5.9 behind Rusty GT UK, who's in 9th. We got Matt in 11th, 10.4 second gap behind Memorex, who's in 10th. Racer Brown, who's in 12th. A further 10.259, 285 now behind Matt, who's in 11th. We've got THG Booty there. He's only 5 seconds behind Racer Brown, and he's into that barrier. He's still carrying that damage. Fair play. He's gone quite a long distance with that damage, but he has got RL Damien Black. 2 tenths between these two, you know. This is unreal racing. RL Damien Black, keep it nice and composed, keep it nice and together, get back up there, and let's see what you could do. RL Damien Black in 14th, hey, against Booty there, who's in 13th. RL Damien Black, can he get this move done at all? Heading down Conrod Straight. Remember, Booty's got that damage to the front. RL Damien Black's been into the pits, got rid of that damage, and now he's battling for that 13th place. Oh, but he is giving up a fight, Booty there. Fair play to him, you know. He ain't giving up so easy, but he's got that move done, RL Damien Black. So will Booty fight back at all? He's looking for it. He thought about it, but he hasn't, no. So fair play, you know. He's still out there, still got damage, and he's still giving up a fight. 14-second gap between first and second. 153.944. Lap number 16, Liam there, 154.646 on lap number 12. J Doobie broke away now. He's 13-second gap over Gecko Racer, 154.957. Gecko Racer 154.819. So quicker than the lead runners at the minute, bar P1. Jerry Bear still there, still maintain that gap, 1.2 second gap. Tyre wear coming into effect. We're on 36 minutes into the race. Lap number 19 of 95. So Jerry Bear in that sip. Swift, lap after lap, 10th after 10th. He's closing that gap to Jerry Bear. 1.6 second gap between them both. What can Swift do? Remember at the start he was sitting on that pole, wasn't ready for the start of the race, and unfortunately dropped down to 13th it was in the end, but from 13th up to 7th, and that's some good going, good pace there from this gentleman. Beardy had a few battles, you know, a few laps ago as well, and he's in 8th, you know, but he's running his own race. Remember before he just moved to the left, heading down to Hell Corner, but unfortunately, you know, Gecko Racer got him anyway, but he's currently running in 8th. Rusty GT UK in 9th, not too far behind ART Beardy, a 4.6 second gap. Memorex sits there in 10th, 6.9 second gap behind Rusty GT UK. I just think, from my perspective, I just think he's taking it nice and easy for the first stint, and then pushing it a little bit more for the second. Matt there in the 11th. See, it looks like a Mercedes, but it's not. It's a Lexus. He's coming in 11th, 8.8 second gap behind 10th place. Racer Brown went into the pit again, repairing that damage. He's a further 9 seconds back behind Matt there, who's in 11th. RL Damien Black 9.2. That is increasing again. In 13th, so Damien Black in 13th, and this guy here, hats off to him, you know, still carrying that damage when most wouldn't, and yeah, he's gone a long way with that damage on that car. So he's currently running 14th, and he isn't giving up so far, you know, he hasn't gone into the pits. 153.797. That is some unreal pace. We're on lap number 21. He's got just over half a tank of fuel. And he isn't carrying, you know, he carried a lot of fuel when he done that lap time. And what can he do with a light tank, you know? 3/4 of a tank or what? A quarter of a tank, sorry. What's he going to do with that? Into the 52s maybe? Probably. But we'll come back to him in a minute. So, second place, he's 15.1. And he's half a tank bang on the dot, no more. 15.2 seconds behind first place. Liam there in third. 4.4, 154.646. Front right tyre is wearing a lot more than the rest. Just over half a tank of fuel. So doing a good job so far, the top three. Jay Doobie there, 23 seconds behind Liam. Tyre wear, spot on, brilliant. Fuel, saving loads of fuel. Cracking job there. So he's taking it nice and easy, Jay Doobie there in fourth position. But 10.7 seconds behind Jay Doobie is R.A. Gecko Racer. Over half a tank. Tyre wear minimal. Been into the pits once. Come back out. Fell down. Up to fifth so far. So that's good running. Jerry Bear. So Jerry Bear has stayed around that between the 1 second and a 1.5, and he hasn't let that gap increase. So Jerry Bear, I feel, has got a lot more pace to give. Let me get this out. I've got the chat a minute. Well done, Jerry. Hello. Evening all. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all well. Good evening. So then, Jerry Bear in that sixth. This is gonna die. I need to switch to this. I need to switch on my phone because my iPad's dying. Sorry. Well, I've got the chat up on. So Swift Air in 7th, ART Beardy in 8th, 12 seconds because Swift is yeah, he's increased that gap massively over Beardy, who's in 8th. Let me get this up quickly. Sorry, my iPad's dying. I need to get this one up. I need to get that one up. I need to get this up. Let's go on first place for a minute. He's doing a cracking job, you know. Outstanding job so far. 15.1 second gap. 15.2 second gap. Lap number 22. AXR 12-hour endurance. Remember, give a like if you can. Subscribe to the channel as well. I'm doing it off their channel. Remember, all the commentators do give up their time too. Do the commentary, and I know the races give up their time as well. So hats off to 60 races, I think it was. I think it's 15 teams thereabouts if I'm wrong. But let me get this chat up for a minute. Oh, where's it gone? Here. So my iPad's on 4%, my phone's on 100. Let's get the chat up. 28 people watching, 28 likes for AXR. You know, that goes a long way. You'd be quite surprised. Yeah, Memorex is part of Elderson Racing. Matt, yeah, he's recovering. He's doing a recovery drive. Had a bit of damage, repaired it and come back out. But let's see what he could do. Jay Doobie there, 23 seconds behind third place. Gecko Racer put his foot down now. He has got the pace to battle it with the lead runners, but you know, getting damaged, repairing it, coming back out. Bob's your uncle, etc, etc. But he's back out now. He's focused. He's got his head down and he's going for it. Jerry Bear, it's 1.9. I did say between a 1 and a 1.5, but it's 1.9. Tyre wear is affecting him more as the race goes on. The front right tyres wearing more than Gecko Racer. I know Gecko Racer's been in the pits, you know, repaired. Maybe he changes tyre as well. But Jerry Bear, I said around about the 50-minute mark they will start doing their first pit stops. Swift there in 7th, 3 second gap, and yeah, he's closing that gap lap after that. ART Beardy in 8th, Rusty in 9th. So ART Beardy only on 1.6 second gap between 8th and 9th. Memorex is there in 10th, but he's got to watch out for Matt. Matt there in 11th position is closing that gap quite fast to Memorex there, who's in 10th position. So just over 4 second gap, 4.1, and it'll fall again under 4 second gap. So Matt is on the Missio. Racer Brown pitted twice, damaged as I said previously. He's just recovering now, doing a recovery drive. Pit stops will be happening soon, I would estimate, you know, before the hour anyway. Damien Black in 13th. And we've got THG Booty there, still carrying that 2 minutes behind the leader, and he's carried that. He's in the pits now. Fair play to you, you know, ran that damage for so long, and yeah, I know you're in to the rear, but you know, he's doing well. 17 second gap. 1:53.795. Still not done a quicker lap, but he's coming up to lap. I would suspect that would be Damien Black. Yeah, so this gentleman here will be lapping Damien Black anytime soon. Flags ain't on because of the flag glitch. I don't know if you see it, like the yellow flag glitch, and it puts drivers off, and you know, they think they've done something wrong when they haven't, or they think someone spun off. It's just an annoying glitch which puts people off. So Liam in third. Jay Doobie is settled now. It's settled. I feel the closest. Oh, Jerry Bear. That front right tyre, I feel, is having an effect on his performance of that car now. So Jerry Bear, come on, Matt. Yes. So Jerry Bear in sixth, and then we got Swifty Boy recovering, as I said, in seventh. Yeah, it's gapping now. Gaps are forming until the first pit stops happen. Then it'll close back up again, and we'll all get underway. So sector time. So you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, I'm new to watching this, or you're probably not new to watching it. You're probably thinking, right, so red means they're down on their sector time, blue means they improve, and everyone knows purple means they got the fastest sector time, or even the fastest lap. But I know a lot of people play GT Sport, maybe got new viewers out watching, they don't know, just like to every once in a while just make them aware of what's what. So first place into the pits. Yes, he's where's he gonna come out? Second place coming down now. Got your Fosters in your hand as well. Is he going to come into the pits, or is he going to stay out? Still not pit. I'd estimate around about a 28 second to 30 second pit stop, depending what they do. I think he'll just do tyres, to be honest with you. He doesn't really need to. So promote up to first position, depending what he does. A little bit of fuel, if any. Yeah, a little splash and dash. And he comes out. And as I say that, first place, unfortunately, he's ran it wide at Hell Corner. And he's into the gravel. We'll go on board and have a look at this from his perspective. Head into Hell Corner now, and I think he gets it a little bit wrong. Oh yes, he does. Onto the grass. That's going to cost him time. It's going to cost him time. So now he's got it all to do to keep it nice and together. He's going to have dirt on the tyres. Get rid of the dirt on the tyres, you know. And as you see there, he's got dirt on the tyres. So as he enters the corner, he's like, no. Push you out wide to the right because he doesn't want to turn. He may have got rid of it now. The way that car's performing now, yeah. I think he's got rid of that dirt now. I think the dirt on the tyres is gone, so he can keep it nice and composed, and you know, just get his head down. Ignore what's behind you. Just focus up in front. So I just feel this gentleman here, he's just gonna like, yes, hello, goodbye type of thing. Because his pace has been phenomenal. Lap number 25, 70 laps to go, 47 minutes into the race, 2 seconds behind is Liam there. But let's keep an eye on this. I just feel this gap is falling just over a second now, and 100% first place is going to be under pressure from second position, coming down the hill now, coming down Conrod Straight. The chase section coming up now, and yes, second place is quite rapidly closing it. I know he's got the fresher tyres, and first place has got the worn tyres, and their performance is different with the tyre wear. But here we go. Oh, second place runs it a little bit wide onto the grass, exiting Murray Corner, 2.7 seconds slower compared to second place. Oh, and he's increased that gap 1.3. That's kicking up to a rear as well, but yeah, there we are. So first place to second place to third place to fourth place is 26 seconds, and fourth place is 29 seconds. Yeah, it's going fine, Malcolm, thank you. I need a quick drink a minute. Yeah, mate, it's going fine. Going fine, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. So Liam at 1.7, that gap's closing all the time. If you could just stay out the barriers and just maintain that gap and close him down 10th by 10th here and there, it'll quite possibly close up to second position. But then second position has lost a bit of ground, almost half a second just over to first place. But Liam in that third position, heading through the dipper section now. Bits rear-ended to that car, no, keeps it nice and composed, nice and together, and heading round down to Forest Elbow now, the left-hander. Heavy braking section here, drop it down to second, which he's done. You can see the two rear lights up ahead, so it's a matter of time before Liam closes that gap. But let's go to Jay Doobie. Jay Doobie increased that gap, he's maintained that gap. I know it's 27-second gap to third place, but he's increased that gap lap after lap. So Gecko Racing that fifth from where he was earlier, getting that damage. He's battered his way through. He's got his way through, and he's a 5.7 second gap behind Jay Doobie. Minimal tyre wear, so this precise time that won't affect him, but he's increased that gap to Jerry Bear as well. So Jerry Bear, who was running quite closely to Gecko Racer and Jay Doobie at one time, Jerry Bear is feeling the effects of the tyre wear quite possibly all around now. The redness on the tyre information means that's tyre wear, so it's hampering him now. But Swift again, he's still recovering from the start of the race. He's recovering, and he's up to 7th with 1.9. When will Jerry pit? I did say the 50-minute mark, but they don't. They're going for longer. Maybe stretch it out to hour mark. So Swift there, 2.1 second gap to Jerry Bear, but a further 20 seconds behind Swift, who's in 8th, is Rusty. A 20-second gap between him and 7th position. Yeah, fantastic stuff so far. Fantastic stuff from all of them. From all the stints, stint 1, stint 2, stint 3. Commentators a lot. Brilliant day of racing, you know. Fantastic. Fantastic. Memorex sits there in 9th, so he's gone up position. Fair play to him. As I said, he's doing a steady first stint, then he'll pit, then he'll come out, then he'll just push it that little bit more. LT Beardy in 10th, 21.5 seconds behind 9th position, and again he's been into the pits, fresh set of tyre compound, fueled up as well, not to the brim, just a little bit less, so he could just close that gap if he can. 21 seconds doable, but we'll wait and see. RL Damien Black as well, recovering, had that massive rear end damage, if you remember. It was affecting the rear of the car, and he did lose quite a few positions, and now he's got his head down. Fastest lap for him, sorry, with 155.449, which isn't too bad. There's dust up ahead. Who has gone off there? Beardy is up the road. Did Beardy have a moment then? Exit Hell corner. Let's have a look. I just seen a load of dust. No. Yeah, he's onto the grass there, isn't he, a little bit? That's what it was. I thought he had an off then. So, Beardy, 10th. R.O. Damon Black in 11th, been through that. Racer Brown, been in the pits a couple of times. He's got fresh set of tyres. 10.1 second gap between him and 11th position. And I think that will close. Booty again into the pits. Has he got damage? He's got front end damage again. But in the dark it's difficult racing anyway. You've got to have supersonic eyes, you know. So Matt there in 13th, 28 seconds behind VRC Racer Brown, who's been in the pits himself as well a couple of times, but you know, it's to be expected in the darkness. You know, visibility isn't great, and yeah, they're doing their utmost. There, he's back up to first again. This gentleman, oh, whoa. What has happened here? He has had a major off, because not only has he lost 2 positions, he has got front end aero damage and suspension damage as well. So that will be affecting him massively. Not majorly affecting him, but he'll feel it. He'll feel the front right wanting to pull in all the time, but he's got, like, come back to me. You're not going over there. Come back over here. And again, you know, he's got to go into the pits and repair that damage, and that's released first position again to increase that gap. But he's sitting behind Liam, and depending how he manages this damage, it could quite possibly just sit behind. Oh no, I think it's ideal for him to go into the pits now and repair it, which he is doing. Fair play. He can repair that damage and come out round about the J Doobie sort of area. Gecko Racer, depending how they're getting on pace wise. Tyre wear on for him. Maybe you just do the you might as well change your tyres as well and fuel up and push again. You know, push again after your pit stop. They've got the pace to be up there. So J Doobie in fourth. J Doobie in fourth position, coming around the chase section now. Currently getting their fresh set of tyres, repairing that damage as well, getting the fuel. J Doobie come around Murray Corner now. Liam promoted up to second. So J Doobie in that third position, still in the pits, repairing that damage. You could hear it then, all the guns and that. So now it's just going to be close. J Doobie is in fourth, just comes out behind. He's in the slipstream now, so J Doobie in this perfect opportunity to get next third position. He has got a pit soon. When he'll pit, I don't know. So he's in the slipstream there, third position. But looking behind, there's no one behind. So J Doobie could quite possibly get this move done if he can. Runs it a bit wide, bit drifty moment to rear of that car, but gets it nice and together as he head up now through the cutting section. Left-hander, it likes to kick out the rear end, almost into the barrier there for third place. Through the cutting section now, we've got the Park, Solomon Parks and Griffin Park and all that to the right, and yeah, he's increasing that gap now. So J Doobie, that tyre wear quite possibly having an effect for him now. So he's in that fourth position, trying to attack third, but third is increasing that gap, but third to second is a 29.8 second gap. And first to second is a 4.7 second gap. But yeah, it's a Gecko Racer 2.3, so he's on the mission. He's on the mission there. Behind J Doobie, he's only at 2.2 now, so it's falling all the time. Jerry Bear, a 4.6 behind Gecko Racer, but you know, he's got a pit soon. I just feel that front right tyre's having an effect now. He's losing time lap after lap. Gecko Racer, a 2.1 second gap behind J Doobie. I estimate by the end of the next lap, Gecko Racer may be behind J Doobie's bumper. But we'll come back to this in a minute. Swift as well. Swift, 4 second gap now. Rusty GT UK. Rusty GT UK in 8th position. And unfortunately, Damien Black has been... Who was that went by... Who's it? Oh, that's Booty. Yeah. Sorry, Swift past Booty. I was like, hey, what's going on here? So Swift past Booty. To Swift in that 7th position. Rusty GT UK in that 8th. 18 second back. Memorex sits in 9th. And he's yeah, it's great battling so far. You know, it's great battling. A few have pitted, a few haven't pitted. Yeah, Booty there, out of the pits, no damage free, so you can just push it. First place, still loving it, loving life at the front. 9.3 second gap already, just in a couple of laps. 9.4 second gap. Can you just tell me, it's America, this team, isn't it? Is it America, something like that? I haven't got all the information what I needed. I'm sure I could find it, but where, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think this is the Americas. I think this is part of the American team. I may be wrong. I'm going to look on Facebook in a minute. This is obviously AXR. There are... Oh, Lord. Let me get that up quick. Let me get the team names up. Be easier if I get them up rather than chat rubbish, you know. Get it up, Darren. Get it up. So while I get the team names up quickly, so I've got them here. If I just go on here, so we made it this far. Is this gentleman here? So we made it this far. Yeah. So I'm looking at the livery. We made it this far. So that's that team. Then we got Elderson Racing. You know, I'm part of that. I said that. The team I'm querying, THG Americas, I thought so. So this gentleman here is part of THG Americas. I can't remember how they got on in their other 3 stints. Then we got Mature Racing Club, which is Gecko Racer. We are driven. Check it out on Facebook if you can. It's basically a charity base within the social media part of things. And then we have got, is that all the teams I've got on here? No, then we got Pace Motorsport. I think Pace Motorsport is where is he to? Is it this guy here? Yeah, Pace Motorsport, J Doobie. Whoa, so Pace, yes, Darren, wake up. So Pace Motorsport for Jay Doobie, but he's coming under pressure now from Gecko Racer. Amigos Racing Team, we know that, that's Beardy and that. So Gecko Racer harassing the rear of Jay Doobie, part of Pace Team. Then we got the Mature Racing Club. Or was he BRC, sorry? No, he's not. He's that other one, yeah. So VRC is Racer Brown. So Jay Doobie increasing that gap. So Virtual Racers Club is, I think, VRC Racer Brown. I'm correct. I can't see the side of that car. It looks like it. Yeah, VRC Racer. Oh yeah. Look above his car, down you donut. Full Throttle Racing, which is Rusty GT UK, who he's representing, currently running in 8 positions. So they were SBR previously, I think. SNL Racing. Now I think this is sorry to flick up and down if it's annoying you, I do apologise. I can't see that one. No, that's not it. Rusty, no. Where is side by side there? 12th place getting lapped. Matty there. Yeah, SNL. Here we are. SNL, Matty Sky there. Fair play. A bit late getting this, Darren, you know. And then THG Booty is representing the Americas. We've got AXR, which is the, you know, the founders and that who are running this event, which is Liam, who is there, and I think Jerry Bear as well, if I'm right. Yeah, I think I'm right. Then we've got Side Max Motorworks. They are... Wait up, Darren, I got your thing. They are in the Merc Lexus wannabe, which is this one here. Side Max Motorworks. Fair play, Swift, recovering still. The Humble guys. So we've got the Humble guys, which are the Humble guys and the Humble guys. Oh yeah, THG, the Humble guys, fair play. But I think that's all the teams so far. No, it isn't. ATGN. So I've had to find this all out just so I can know who is. He's part of. ATGN. Sorry, racing. Not AXR. ATGN. Fair play. And yeah, I think that's all the teams. Sorry for getting that late. I'm just trying to work it all out as they go around. Like I said, it's been a busy old day in that, and I've only just got the information now. First place, purple sector there for him. 13-second lead over Liam. Liam's in the pits now, so he's getting a nice fresh set of compounds, and he's going to push it AXR in front of that car. This gentleman here, P10, Puda, Pida. Yes, well, my name pronunciation is rubbish, I tell you. For a 44-year-old man, I can't pronounce that name. Got to get with it. So, Jay Doobie there, Pace, part Pace team, you know. Jay Doobie, that's quite an easy name to say. But when it comes to this, you're like, hang on a minute. Powder. I'm going to call you Powder or Powder or Powder. I don't know what's called. P10 I'm going to call you, but really you're in P2. Doing a good job as well. Doing a good job. So Swift and Gecko Racer are in the pits. None of them got damaged. It's just fresh set of compounds. Fuel up for a little bit and get back out there and get back to the action and hunky-dory, nice and nori, you know. Memorex is still running around with that tyre wear. Still hasn't pitted. He's going to run that fuel tank right to the brim. Well, to basically nothing, sorry. And come back out again and, yeah, go for a longer second stint. Beardy there in 10th position for Amigos Racing Team. And yeah, he's been battling away, but you know, he's on his own for a while now, so he's got it all to do. RL Damien Black there in 11th position. Matt there in 12th. VRC Racer Brown and THG Booty in 14th position. If I would have known there was a free space, I would have got my son in to do the commentary with me. He said, Dad, can I give it a go? He was like, you know, if you want to, son. But he gets quite shy. For an 18-year-old, he's a girl, really. But yeah, it would have been good to have him, you know, like someone with me if I knew there was an extra space. But is what it is. Is what it is. I probably wouldn't let them talk anyway. Second, 39-second gap. Wow, a 1:53.603 on lap number 33. That is immense pace. Immense pace there. Absolutely unbelievable. your fastest lap isn't showing because it was done previously. Liam there in third position. Now, we got Jay Doobie there catching up to the rear of Liam. I know Liam hasn't long come out the pits, but Jay Doobie can quite possibly get up to the rear of Liam there. He'll be going on by Liam Thurso, the turbo, you know. So Jerry Bear into the pits as well. Jerry Bear into the pits. Getting nice for a set of tyres. Went quite far into the races. Getting nice for a set of tyres. Come out round about, I don't know. Swift coming around now. He may come out round about in front of Swift maybe. So Jerry Bear being released. Swift there in 7th. Yep, Swift coming around Hell Corner now. There's Jerry Bear just up the road. Swift, remember, has got the warmer tyres, the fresh set of tyres, and he's going to come for it. So Swift can see Jerry Bear just up the road. To see him further up, you know. There he is. There's Jerry Bear. Here is that's a guess. What do you mean, Malcolm? That's a guess. Yeah, I try to guess there. I try to guess. I go around. So then, let's go to Jay Doobie, because Jay Doobie is only a 2.2 between him and Liam. So Liam's got to warm up them tyres, you know, when Jay Doobie's already warmed up them tyres. But as I say that gap is increasing all the time. Gecko Racer been in as well. So nice fresh set of compounds. He's got the pace really to, you know, battle with the top 4. But with that damage early on, you had to go into the pits, you had to repair it, and etc. It's like, my God, you know, I had it, but I haven't got it. I just got to do it all over again. But yeah, he's but I'd say that second place, he's into the pits. Good day, mate, Australia. He's into the pits. Jay Doobie promoted up to 3rd. So Jay Doobie there, nice. I know he's got a pit still, but he's up to 3rd. So in a bit of a snaky moment, Exton Hell Corner, and Liam just up the road as well. So yeah, Jay Doobie's got a pit. When, we don't know, because he's gone quite far. Come out a bit. Where's Gecko Racer in regard? Gecko Racer, let's have a look at his time gap. A 9-second gap, 9.7, 10-second gap. So it's increasing as he crosses the timing line. 4th place just there. Yeah, Gecko Racer's just come on to Mountain Straight. Rusty G2K has gone quite far in as well, and he can actually see Gecko Racer up ahead, with Gecko Racer just coming around the top of Mountain Straight. Yeah, fair play. This is going to be quite close in the midsection of this race. Oh, okay. Like James Bond. 007. What's the phrase for James Bond? I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I was about to say good day, mate, but something on the barbecue. But it's not that, is it? Keep it up, Jay. Yeah, a lot of support out there for these drivers. Fair play to them, you know. Fair play. The drivers of the teams who they represent. They got the drivers in as well. Cheering them on in the chat. Awesome. We are pace. Yes, we are pace, and doing good pace so far as well, because you're currently sitting in 3rd position, and I know he's going to have to pit, but fair play, you know. Fair play to each and every one of the drivers, like I say, across all stints, you know. It's been brilliant, mate. It's been brilliant, you know. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So there we are, Jay Doobie, James Bondy, Jay Doobie the Bondy. Yes, he's in 3rd. 4th, 5th, yeah, no battle in there. Rusty, Jerry Bear, flame from the exhaust pipes there. Swift in 8th, 1.5 second gap, so maybe in half a lap or a lap. These will form a battle. Memorex is in 9th, still going around, still hasn't pitted. And yeah, he's running in 9th. Beardy there in 10th position. 14-second gap, but Memorex is going to have to pit soon anyway. He can't go on forever. RL Damien Black recovering still, being lapped as well. He's 1 minute 56 seconds behind the leader, so a lap down on lap number 35. Then we've got Matty Sky. Oh, is that Matty Psycho? Oh, Matty is Psycho. You're in 12th, you're going to psych everyone out. You're going to go mad as you get down to the bottom of Conrod Straight. So Matty the Psycho, yes, he's coming down now. Psycho 16. Psycho 16. Psycho 16. VRC Racer Brown, 19 seconds behind, being lapped almost, quite possibly, for the second time soon. THG Foodie, currently around about 3 minutes down. So yeah, that's your rundown so far. And first place has only gone and increased that the fastest lap time to a 1:53.373 on lap number 34, and he's coming up to lap ART Beardy as well. Wow, this guy is there's no blue flags. I think it's all about for I don't know what sort of rule they got in place, whether it's for the lead car to pass the back marker safely. I'm not sure if it's that sort of scenario, or it's for the lap car to move out the way. Because normally what you see in an endurance race, you see like the blue flag, and I said the flags ain't on because of the glitch. And I think it's going to be all about where first place can pass ART Beard, and I think this will be the perfect opportunity. I think Beardy will see first place behind him, the number 1 to the number 10, but the NSX has got a good he sees him, but Beardy's seen him, so he just backed out of it. But I wasn't sure in that situation whether they had to, for the front runner to pass the back marker safely, or for the back marker to ease off. But it's obviously, you know, the back marker to ease off where it's safe to do so. So safe to do so on the Conrod Straight, just lift off slightly, let first place go through. So that's what's been done. 47-second gap between first and second. Third place, a 5.5 second behind second place. Fourth place, 6.5, and he's a little clip into the barrier there, and he's got front end aero damage from where he was. Actually, he was running a stonking race, you know. He was actually leading the race at one point. He's been in, he's come back out. Just one slight error can cost you a race, and he's got to go into the pits again if he chooses to do so and repair that damage. Not only is it going to affect his position, it's going to drop him right the way down, and that the gap between him and first place is going to increase even more, because he's currently running a minute behind. I can see first place lapping up to fourth place, I would say, the pace he's running this moment in time. But where's this gentleman going to pit? Ideally pit early as you can, which he is. Yeah, he's pitting now, so fair play. He'll go in, repair that front aero damage, come back out, and foot to the floor. Gecko Racer, currently running in fifth, will be promoted up to that fourth position, because he had to pit and repair that damage. So Gecko Racer being promoted up to fourth for team at MRC, and Jay Doobie there for pace. Still, he's lapped VRC Racer Brown, so Virtual Racers Club being lapped now. So VRC Racer Brown has been lapped by Jay Doobie. Flash the lights there. So Racer Brown feels he's quicker than the lead runner, so he has unlapped himself. So Gecko Racer promoted up to fourth. Rusty GT UK as well. Rusty GT UK in fifth. 4.2 second gap. I think he's put his foot down a little bit more, so he's pushing it a bit more, because that gap is falling between fifth and fourth. So Gecko Racer promoted up to fourth, but he's got to watch out for Rusty GT UK in that fifth position, who has put his foot down a little bit. He's put his foot down and he's closing that gap. But sixth position, repaired that damage. See what I mean? He was a minute before he pitted. He's now 1 minute 20 seconds behind the leader. So that's costing 20 seconds in time. And, you know, he's got to try and claw that back if he can, but it's so much to do, especially in the darkness. By now they would have got used to the limits of the track in the darkness, where what they can and can't do. You know, don't push it too wide, don't overuse the throttle in certain places, as you've seen there. Almost in, he's into the barrier there. He's lucky not to get any damage. And I know it's difficult. I know they've been out there for 38 laps racing. It's easy for me to say sat here, but they're the racers out there. They're giving their all. You know, they're giving you the entertainment, you know, on stream, and you know, fair play to them. Fair play. I know I keep saying it, but you know, just give him a bit of a, you know, what's it called? Give him a bit of there's a word for it. I'll think of the word in a minute. Jerry Bear in that eighth. motivation. That's it. Give them a bit of motivation if they are listening. You know, I like to motivate people. You know, like I like. They call me Mr. Hey, Beardy. Beardy's in 11th. Beardy's in 11th. He was battling early on in the race. Was battling. But lap after lap, you know, he's pitted as well, and he's fallen down a bit. He's 2 minutes 20 seconds behind the leader, and yeah, you know, there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We got what have we got? What about 60 laps there or thereabouts? Or am I wrong? I don't know where I am at the minute. But let's say they got a long way to. They're not even halfway yet, so there's a lot. There's a lot going to kick off, I think, and I think, oh wow, look at this, it must be Christmas, because Memorex is in the pits. Bruno's in the pits, like, yes, look at me, I'm in the pits. So he's in the pits, get that off. So he's in the pits, but here we are, 50-second lead. Yeah, 1 hour 45 to go, it's fine. Yeah, I'm loving it. I thought, this afternoon I was like, right, I've got 3 hours of commentating to do. The most I've ever done is an hour and a half. Can I keep it up? Alright, doing alright so far. Hour and 45 to go. I've got my drinks here. Probably need a toilet soon, but I'll go do the toilet in a minute. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving helping out AXR. You know, I'll do it again. I'll do it for 5 hours next time. What did you just say, Darren? Oh, Rusty! Wow, what happened to Rusty there? Here we are for the dipper section. What happened to Rusty? Was that a glitch from the game, maybe? Looked like he hit the... Oh no, he did hit that barrier. Oh no, it wasn't a glitch. He hit into that barrier as well. So has he got that? Yeah, he has. Front aero damage and suspension damage as well. So who is behind him? 6th place, like, yes, come here. Come here, Rusty. I want your position, your 5th place. And would he get it? Because Rusty is into the pits. Rusty's into the pits. Going to repair that damage. One slight lack of concentration does affect you. And it did affect Rusty. And now he's in the pits. Swift there in 6th. Jerry Bear slowly closing back up again to Swift. A 1.4 second gap. Swift is under a second between 6th and 5th. What can Swifty do? Can he Swiffer on the right or Swiffer on the left? God, you're pathetic, Darren. You really are. So Swift there in that 6th position. Oh, gone up by a few tenths. So Swift is on it. He's on it. He's on it. From what I'm hearing from the Stint 3, something about the race results. So all the race results will be confirmed, I think, in a few days' time or weeks' time, something like that. They'll all be putting on Discord, I think. And yeah, like, get your race results and that if you want it. And yeah, I'll put up the screen at the end anyway if I've got enough time. If they don't close the room straight down, I'll get up the results page so you can, you know, I don't know, screenshot or whatever, or take a picture on your phone or whatever, so you can work it out for yourself. But I'm sure AXR and admins and the founders and that will get all the points out as soon as they can. Like I said, this is the final stint, and we've got the 2 Elderson Racing boys battling out for 9th and 10th. What can they do? Because Memorex has got the jump onto RL Damien Black. He has short fuel. RL Damien Black has gone quite a long way, so Memorex has got the jump. Damien Black, I'm sitting behind, again saving that fuel which he hasn't got, so he'll be going into the pits in the next lap or two. So 9th and 10th at Elderson Racing boys. ART, Amigos Racing Team, in 11th, doing a good job. He is 12 seconds behind RL Damien Black. Matty, Matt Psycho, 10 seconds behind, under 10 seconds now behind ART Beardy. VRC Racer Brown are 15 seconds behind Matt the Psycho in 12th. THG Booty 18.7 second gap behind VRC Racer Brown. 3 minutes 10 seconds down from the leader. Almost 2 laps down. THG Flat Out, I'm going to call you THG Flat Out fella, in first, lap 8th. So I did say a lap up to 4th, but we'll wait and see. So Mr. Flat Out Racer, yeah, he's pushing it somewhat quiet, this guy. Liam in 2nd position. Got a lot of work to do. 52 seconds to the leader. That's basically a pit stop and a half. But like I said before, never say never. Which I'm not saying never. I'm just saying, it's a big job. J Doobie there, still going around, and Gecko Racer, 13 seconds behind. We cannot to lap a back marker, which is Booty there. So again, Gecko Racer's got to pass the back marker safely. And Willie, this is the thing. This is the thing. Will the back marker notice he's in P4, or is he just concentrating, doing his own thing, and thinking, right, yeah, whoever is behind me, you got to work your way past me. But remember, you got to do it safely. We are driven splattered all over that car. As I say, please do check them out on Facebook as well. Be much appreciated. Gecko Racer behind. Booty there. Just waiting for this opportunity. Maybe help. There you go. So it must be just a safe place for. Oh no, he's not giving up. Yeah, he's backed off there, Booty. Fair play to him. So yeah, it's a safe place where they feel necessary, where they can ease off that accelerator. So that's been confirmed for me. 5th place on his own. Swift behind. We've got Jerry Bear there as well, 6th and 7th. So he is 5.2 second gap to Gecko Racer, and that gap, see, it keeps falling and increasing. Gecko Racer, who's he got in front? He's just lapped, so he's lost a bit of time anyway. Now he's increasing it. You'll have to lap that back marker anyway. Swift is quite possibly would gain out of this when 5th laps that back marker. So he's going to lose a bit of ground there as well. So Swift, if he can put his foot down even more, can gain up to the back. Jerry Bear as well could quite possibly follow Swift and get back up to the rear of Swift. And when they get that 5th position, because like I said previously, they got to lap that back marker, And I'm sure Booty is a good racer anyway, from what I'm seeing. And there's the headlight set of 5th place. So 5th place, there's, I reckon the next lap or so, we can see these 3 battling for position. So 5th to 7th, I feel in the next half a lap or lap, they will be coming into a battle. Rusty in that 8th position, a bit too far behind, 27 seconds, 1 minute 56 seconds down, almost a lap down. I think he is a lap down actually, because 1 minute 53, yeah, he's definitely a lap down. Yeah, so J Doobie still, Pace Boys back in, supporting their fellow. Yeah, he's flashing the lights, like, yeah, look at me. Flashing light, yeah, get the camera onto me, Darren, which I am. And he's still going around, maybe an extra lap or 2. He'll jump into the pits, but he'll probably lose position to Gecko Racer, because Gecko Racer is still being followed by Booty there. So then, oh, here we go. So that overtake was done. Can we pick that up at all? Was it Hell Corner again? Oh, it looked like it was the Murray Corner. Wow. So then, Swifty Boy to Jerry Bear. So Jerry's got that overtake done. So Swift in 7th position. Still going to follow Jerry. I don't think Swift will give up so easily, because he hasn't hardly got no tyre wear when Jerry Bear has. So it seems I know Jerry Bear got a little bit wrong, hit into the barrier, but here we are. Jerry Bear still sitting behind Swift there for that 6th position, and he's looking for it. No, but Swift is just defending. Pull to the left just to cover Jerry. Oh, a little bit of a moment there for Jerry Bear. Keep it nice and composed if you can. Oh, a bit backhanded at Nissan, and Alexis just glides on through like it's through thin ice. So Jerry Bear, 1.2 second gap behind Swift in that 6th position. What can Jerry Bear do? Can he close it up again? We'll wait and see. Rusty GT UK, 26 seconds behind 7th place, who is Jerry. Then we've got Memorexis in 9th. Yeah, he's doing well, Rusty. He was quite further down than that. I just think he's just stayed out of trouble as well. And he's holy moly, holy moly, what's the matter, mate? Yeah, it's dark, isn't it? It's dark, very dark. So Memorex is there in 9th position, still with Damien Black, his teammate, but Damien Black, unfortunately, he's going to have to pit. Get some fuel in that car, because you ain't going to go far. And then we've got Beardy in the 11th position. Matt Matt there, the Psycho is in 12th. Matt the Psycho is in 12th position. ART Beardy there in 11th. So yeah, he's staying trouble free, as they say. Matt as well. Racer Brown 11.2 seconds behind Matt there, who's in 12th. And we've got Booty 29 seconds behind Racer Brown. He's being overtook now by 5th position. Swift falling back a bit now, but he's still got the attention of Jerry Bear in that 7th. Gecko, he's currently running in, my friend, 4th position. Had a bit of an error early on. He into the barrier, got a little bit of damage. Had to repair, you know, repairing the damage and that. Cost you time. I think he refueled and got the tyres done as well. So he's worked his way up. He was down like 10th and 11th. He's worked his way up to 4th position, and he's doing well because he's closing the gap to Jay Doobie every now and again by a few tenths, but Jay Doobie's maintaining it. But in a moment or two, Jay Doobie will be pitting, so Gecko Racer will be promoted up to that 3rd position in a matter of time. When, I'm not quite sure, but just look out for it. So then let's go back to that's a bit of an update for Bobby there, Bob Bristow, part of MRC, cheering on his Gecko Racer there, who's in 4th. First place, forgot about 1st place, Mr. Flat Out, 58-second gap over Liam. Liam isn't that slow himself either, and he is 58 seconds behind the leader. Jay Doobie a further 20 back, but remember Jay Doobie has got a pit, possibly end of this lap. It's got to be end of this lap, depending, you know, they could probably go a lap or two with that flashing red. You'd be quite surprised. So that gap's gonna increase even more to 2nd position, but that will promote Gecko Racer up to that podium position, the final podium spot for this moment in time. We have got 50 laps to go. Yeah, 50 laps to go. We are 1 hour 26 minutes into the stint number 4. So Gecko Racer in 4th. 5th place, 4 seconds behind Doable, because what I've seen from 5th place, he has given his due. When he's on his own, when he's in clean air, he's got the pace to close back up again. So Gecko Racer, depending on how Gecko Racer gets on, and as you see there, has fallen below the 4 second. Now it's increased again, but I think Gecko Racer may quite possibly the next, I would estimate, next 5 to 10 laps come under a bit of pressure, because there's Gecko Racer. Gecko Racer's just there, so going on board now with Gecko Racer. Looking behind, there's the headlights of P5. So P5 isn't that far away. He's put his foot down now for the middle stint. So we're halfway through this race soon. So yeah, I just feel Gecko Racer, if he wants to get that final podium spot, let's increase, you know, put your foot down a little bit more. Easy for me to say, I know that, but you know, I'm just giving my point of view on the race so far from what I would do, but it's not about me, it's about these. Swift there in 6th position. 5th place, going to keep an eye on this, 3.6. Jay Doobie still hasn't pitted. It looks like he's got an extra 1 or 2 in that tank actually, because that red isn't so far down. So Jay Doobie in that 3rd. Gecko Racer 3.3, so Gecko Racer's lost almost a second. And just around about under half a lap, I would say, around about half a lap. 3.2 now. Maybe he's taking it nice and easy, go for the longest stint with this gentleman. So Gecko Race's got more fuel than 5th position anyway, so that's okay. So Gecko Racer probably taking it nice and easy. Get a refreshment, refresh your throat and that, stretch your arms. They probably do that when they get into the pits, you know. So Swift 5th, we talked about 5th to 4th. Swift is 6 seconds behind, but Jerry Bear still got that 1.5 second gap. But what do I see behind? I see behind 1st place, I think, who's coming up to lap? Who was that? THG Booty there in the rear? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think THG Booty. Yeah, he's 3 minutes 34 seconds behind. Back down here quickly. Let's go back down here. Jerry Bear in 7th. Rusty in 8th. Sorry, skip 8th. So Rusty in 8th position. GT UK. I think that's Game Tech UK or something like that. But he's representing. I can't remember what it was. Full Throttle Racing. That's it. God, get your words out. So representing Full Throttle Racing. Then we got Memorex. It's representing Elder Sim Racing in 9th. So green above his car, which is his fastest sector of the race so far. I think. No, I think it is actually. Or maybe it's a blue. Oh, I can't remember now. Can't remember. So Memorex in 9th. Beardy in 10th. So he's been promoted with Damien Black pitting. So Beardy up to 10th now. Matt the Psycho as well, up to 11th. So yeah, they're doing a good job, all of them. You know, hats off. 12th there for BRC Racer Brown, with Damien Black pitting for a set of tyres. Nice amount of fuel. Don't think that'll get it to the end. THG Booty into the pits. Front end damage to that car. Front aero damage. So he's repairing that. So he will be. That time will be extended. Because there's first place. Top of mountain straight. Put a lap on again. Put a lap on again. And 1 minute, 1 second behind the leader, Liam is. Jay Doobie still out there. How far is he going to go with his fuel tank? Because he's losing time to Gecko Racer. And what did I say? You know, what did I say? These two here, Jay Doobie, yeah, he's running in 3rd, but unfortunately he's going to have to pit. So the fight for the final podium spot, and I know it isn't over yet, you know, it isn't over yet, so I'm just saying it now. 4th and 5th will be battling for that 3rd, because I think Jay Doobie, he's going to go for an extra lap, isn't he? Yeah, he could do, but is it worth the risk? They know, I don't know. Let's wait and see. Does he pit? No, he does not. He's going out for another lap. Wow, he's going quite a long way without fuel. Gecko Racer, 4th and 5th. 4th and 5th closing, 1.7 second gap. I mean, like, over a couple of laps, that gap has closed. And then we got Swift in that 6th position, 7.2 second gap behind. Sorry, I'm just going to get a quick drink. Oh, breathe, Darren, breathe. So 6th to 5th. Just keep an eye on this. 1.1 second gap. It's falling all the time. First place pitted. He's on his own. He's in a land of his own. I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere. But yeah, Liam is just coming through the dipper section now. Not even onto Conrad straight. This is how much of a gap this gentleman's got. It's absolutely unbelievable pace from this guy. Unreal, you know. I've seen some fast races, but I haven't seen no one like this gentleman here. He's got such a gap over 2nd place. It's phenomenal, you know. I'm speechless, you know. I'm speechless where he's getting his pace from. But fair play, you know. Fair play, you know. He's in 1st and he's leading and he's doing a good job. I mean, Liam there, he's been in 2nd the whole race. Jay Doobie still out there. VRC Racer Brown has been lapped. So Liam in that 2nd position, still giving this all. What we're on, lap number 49, so not too far to go. Just over 1.5 hours. And yeah, we've got 1.5 hours to go. I could do with a coffee, so I'm going to call for a coffee in a minute. Get some waitress service up to me. So Liam there, Jay Doobie finally in the pit. So here we go, the battle for. So with Jay Doobie pitting, he went a long way. Fair play. Look at that, 48 laps. 48 laps on that fuel. That is unbelievable. So Jay Doobie into the pit. Jerry Bear. Oh, what happened to Jerry Bear? Heading down to Murray Corner. Did he get it all wrong on the exit? Oh, that is. Oh no, and he's got engine damage. He's got front aero damage. He's got lots of damage. He's got a long way to the pits. Wow, Jerry doing ever so well, and unfortunately that has cost him massively, and now he's going to fall down the order. That gap is falling to 7th position, who is Jay Doobie. Jerry, oh, I feel for him at the minute. He's doing the stonking race. Just takes one little thing to ruin the race, you know. But let's see what he can do. Well, coming on to lap number 50, 45 laps to go. Jay Doobie now coming up behind Jerry Bear. That is just so unfortunate. Look at that gap extending to Swift, who's in 5th. Wow. So Jay Doobie there in 7th, coming up behind Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear there. Jerry Bear just pulled to the right because they would know. So Jerry Bear with that heavy damage, just making people aware. Fair play to him. Memorex is he is 32 seconds behind, and that gap will fall rapidly. So Memorex is be promoted up to 7th. Because remember, Jerry Bear's got to repair all that damage as well. Remember, it's in that 8th. Sorry, my partner asked if I want a coffee. Yeah, please. So ART Beardy in 9th position, and he'll be coming up behind Jerry Bear as well. So he'll be promoted up a position. I just feel for Jerry Bear because he was having a really good race. Rushy GT UK in that 10th position, pitted, and he's come back out. Matt the Psycho in 11th, doing a good job as well. Almost 2 minutes 21 seconds down from the leader, and the leader is just, I don't know where he is, on a different planet. And we've got VRC Racer Brown in 12th, doing a good old job as well. Had that damage early on, but you know, he was battling up there, but unfortunately damage, repairing it, going into the pits. It just loses your time, as you've seen from Jerry Bear. You know, it takes one little thing. Oh, Damien Black in 13th position. He's 11 seconds behind VRC Racer Brown, and THG Booty there in 14th position. 3 minutes 43 seconds, 42 now behind the leader. So here we are. We got the leader coming up to lap. Oh, I just feel for Jerry Bear. You know, doing a really good job. And he's in 8th. Beardy, ART Beardy, coming around now. So yeah, he's doing the right thing. You know, just fuel up, fresh set of tyres, and just, if you can, push it to the end. 49 laps. Yeah, you could get to the end on a fuel tank. So where is Jerry Bear in regards? Jerry Bear coming out of the pits now, just behind 9th place. Now, Jerry Bear, for me, he has got the pace to battle with 9th and 8th. In regards to 7th, remember, he's a bit too far up, you know, a bit too far up the road, remember. I just feel Jerry 8th and quite possibly 7th, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Who's chatting to me now? I don't know. I have no idea when the next endurance is. Wasn't it 2022 February? I think that was the next one. I may be wrong, but check out Discord if you're on there. I'm pretty sure the next endurance was talked about. 2022? Yeah, I think it's 2022. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. 34 seconds between first and third. That has dropped, but you know, I mean, this guy here can go into the pits again if he wishes. I know I keep giving him the big up, but you know, he's got a lot of pace, you know, and fair play to him. You know, I know Liam's fast, and this gentleman here as well, Gecko, but from what I've seen so far from the 3 stints, I know I'm doing the 4th, it's just unreal. And there's a German guy, I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal pace. Yeah, long time to wait. Yeah, long time to wait for the next. Well, not really. Think about it. September, October, November, December, January. We're looking at around about 5 to 6 months thereabouts. So really, ain't that a lot of preparation involved for a next big enduro, like 24-hour enduro? Why not a 48-hour? You know, do the 48-hour enduro. Maybe, you know, I'll do a longer stint next time. But enjoying it. As I said before, you know, I haven't said it before, but I've been doing commentary around about 6 months. So I'm learning all the time. Yeah, to get the opportunity to do it for an endurance stint, for like a 3-hour stint, you know, it's always a learning curve, and I learn all the time. You know, I watch other commentators as well, And it's a fantastic job what they do. Everyone's different, everyone's unique, everyone's got a different style. And yeah, and etc, etc. So, you know, not only do the drivers bring you the entertainment, you know, the commentators are, you know, as well, bringing it to you, but these are like the likes of Swift and Gecko, you know, and all of them across all stints. Just hats off, you know. So here we are, Jay Doobie, 28 seconds behind. 28 seconds behind Swift there in 5th position. So what can Swift do? Can Swift gain up to the back of Gecko Racer? Or will he? We don't know. We don't know. We're 52 laps in already. 1 hour 40 minutes into the stint. It doesn't feel like it. It just feels like, you know, like a 45 minutes thereabouts. Absolutely loving it. So here we are. We've got Memorex there. Jay Doobie. Can he get back up towards the podium spot? We'll wait and see. Because third and fourth, we've got Gecko because he's been passed anyway. We've got Swift in that 5th position. We've got Jay Doobie in 6th. Memorex is in that 7th. ART Beardy in 8th position. And we've got Rusty GTUK. So ART Beardy 13.9 second gap between 7th and 8th. Rusty GTUK 1.7. He's got his foot down now. I know Rusty is quick, so I raced in with him in the league the other day. So he is fast. Anyway, let's see what he can do. He's closing that gap to ART Beardy, who's up just in front of him in that 8th position. So ART Beardy, got ART Beardy, and look back there. There's Rusty GTUK as they go up mountain straight. So ART Beardy losing a bit of time to Rusty GTUK. 1.3 second gap. No, 3/10 there already, and here we go. It's just under a second now. So Rusty GTUK is going for it now. He knows there's not a lot of time. There is a lot of time to go, but there's 43 laps to go. So quite possibly, the Rusty GTUK is looking for a couple of more positions in this endurance event. But he's just under a second gap. Gain them temps here and there. Heading through the dipper section now, on board with ART Beardy. Rusty GTK coming down the dipper section as well. They're coming up to Forest Elbow, the left-hander. There's more headlights coming through the dipper section now. So he's extending that gap, Beardy. 1.2 second gap. This is what I'm saying. I just feel that NSX is more stable through the dipper section than the likes of the Nissan and the Lexus. So with Rusty G2K having the Lexus and Beardy having the NSX, I just, from my point of view, my perspective, the NSX is more stable through the twistier sections, you know, and the top end of it as well, especially up Conrod and Mountain, etc. It just pulls it out a little bit. But yeah, so these two still battling. 1.1 second gap. 1.2 second gap, so that's increasing as well. So Rusty G2K in that 9th position, with Matt the Psycho now coming under pressure now from Jerry. So Jerry Bear looking to recover as quick as he can. As quick as he can. He don't want no hold ups, nothing like that. He just wants to batten his way through. But he has got the Psycho in front of him, who is Matt. So Matt the Psycho isn't going to give up so easily. But Jerry Bear may have other ideas, and he's in 11th position. So what can Jerry Bear do? Let's go on board with Jerry Bear. Oh, wrong camera. So on board with Jerry Bear. Now, it always sticks to the rear, the keyboards. I don't know why. It's like some sort of glitch with the game. So here we are, Jerry Bear behind Matt the Psycho. Oh, across the white line. It's a bit slippery out there across that white line. So, Jerry Bear, what can you do? What can you do? Because Matt the Psycho in that 10th position. There's Jerry Bear behind. 1.2 is increasing again. The Nissan isn't happy through certain sections of this track, because like the NSX and the Lexus just seem to pull out. Oh wow! Again, similar to Jerry Bear. Similar. Or was it similar? Was it Jerry? Or I think it might be in the I can't remember his name. Through the dipper section now, and he gets it all wrong on the exit into the barrier. Commentator's curse again. Sorry, Sorry, Matt. It wasn't my fault. It was his fault over there. So yeah, now Matt's got going to the pits, but you don't have to with the front aero. You don't really have to go in that quickly. You can manage it if you know. Depends on what sort of racer you are. You want to be damage free and just get your foot down, or you can carry it for a few laps and see what happens. 13th position we have RL Damien Black. 2 minutes 51 seconds behind BRC Racer Brown into the pits now. Just about enough fuel to get there. So Damien Black may be promoted up a position. Booty there in the 14th position, 3 minutes 51 seconds behind the leader, and 1 minute 1 second behind 13th. Lap number 55, 153.373, 34 seconds in front of second position. Going through this section now, the Forest Elbow, the left-hander, and we go down Conrod straight, flat out section. I'll go quiet for a minute, see a quick drink. Absolute phenomenal pace for the chase section, especially, you know. It's like he didn't lift off bottom of Conrod. But yeah, that's a partial lap with first position there. Led it for quite a while. Well, basically from the start. Like I said, these two have basically been in this position for 1 and 2 for the majority of the race. I mean, Gecko third and fourth. You know, Gecko Racer lost a bit of ground, but tyre wear coming into effect, like third place as well. But Swift is only now Swift up to 5th from where he was at the beginning. He's doing a really solid drive, you know, great recovery drive from him. Coming up to lap VRC Racer Brown, and yeah, who knows what would have happened if he didn't, you know, wasn't ready at the start and lost that ground, lost like basically 10 to 11 positions at the start. Who knows where he would have been, you know. But it is what it is so far. Lap 55, 40 to go. Yes, 40 laps to go. Jay Doobie in that 6th position. On his own now, no one to battle. He's increased that gap to Memoret 6. 21.95. Well, it's dropping actually. So it's, let's say 21 seconds to Memoret 6, who's in 7th position. Coming through the dipper section now. Rossi GTUK. In 8th, Beardy as well. Beardy chasing Russia GT UK down, 1.3 second gap, but Damien Black is a further 35.7 second gap between 9th and 10th position. Phenomenal. Yeah, there we are. 5.8 between Jerry Bear and Damien Black. So Jerry Bear, yeah, he's on it now. VRC Racer Brown into the barrier there. Bit of a moment there for him, and he's picked up that damage. So VRC Racer Brown on board with VRC Racer Brown gets it all wrong. Oh, into barrier, and he's got that front aero damage now, so he's got it all to do to get back up there. I know he's only 2.2 seconds behind, but I think in my heart of heart, he wants a few more positions, because Damien Black wasn't too far up the road. 4.3 between 10th and 11th. Beardy a further 37.7 seconds up the road from RL Damien Black. So we've been 12th. Matt the Psycho, fueled up to the end now. Fresh set of tyres. 35 seconds in front of THG Booty. So we can just push it now and hopefully gain a few positions or 3, who knows. 14th position, still there, still flat out. 155.940. That isn't a bad pace at all. That is that's pretty good, you know, considering he carried that damage for a long time. He's doing well. Lap number 50 is fastest lap. Mr. Space, I think that's where he is at the minute. Mr. THG flat out. 153.373. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. My daughter come in. Yeah, so Mr. Flat Out THG Flat Out man, 37 seconds in front of Liam the Turbo, Liam the Turbo Thurso in second position. He's got that 26-second lead over Jay Doobie. Has he got damage? Oh no! Jay Doobie, first time in the race, picks up damage. So he's in the pits now, 32 seconds in front of Member Exits there. So Jay Doobie, maybe nice fresh set of tyres and repair that damage, get back out. Member Exits coming down for the chase now, coming down to Murray Corner. But here we are, he's got aero damage as well. So it's all happening. Tiredness starting to take effect now for a few of the drivers. A little bit of lack of concentration maybe. Understandable. Lap 57, 1 hour 50 minutes into the race, so that is gonna have an effect on their, you know, their awareness and stuff like that. They're gonna get tired, achy arms, achy legs, achy fingers, sweaty hands, and etc, etc. Take a breather in the pits. So Member X is in the pits. Beardy up to 8. Member X in the pit in 9th. RL Damien Black in 10th position. Oh, Jerry Bear up to 10th. He's seen that opportunity to pass RL Damien Black, and he gets that move done. I'm glad I picked up onto that. So here's Jerry Bear there, dropping down Conrad, heading up towards the chase section now, and Swift is lapping Damien Black, and then Jerry Bear's like, right, there's a nice little gap there. I'm diving down the inside of you. Oh, and Damien Black. Oh, it's all going off. Damien Black had a massive moment there on the exit of the chase and got onto the grass. So Damien Black, 5.8 second gap. That's so unfortunate. Jerry Bear just seen that opportunity just to dive up the inside. There was no contact, I don't think, from the replay. He just seen that opportunity and went for it. Damien Black, you know, unfortunate, but let's see what he could do. 6.7 second gap, and then we got Matt in 12th. Matt the Psycho in 12th. Jerry Bear to Member Exits is a 16 second gap. Damien Black has lost 7 seconds, but he's damage free. Damien Black, no, he isn't actually. He's got front error. He wouldn't have picked that up from the bottom of Conrad Straight because he didn't hit into nothing. So he must have had that damage prior to that overtake, because it wasn't done on that overtake 100%. Matt in 12th, BRC Racer Brown in 13th, and THG Booty in 14th. Then we got THG Flat Out. He is 39 seconds. Extend that gap by 2 seconds. Yeah. Sponsorship, 100%. Yeah, you need it. You know, you got to think. You've done the Dementia UK around Nordschleife. Great success that was. I watched the Stint the other day actually. Yeah, I watched that. But yeah, sponsorship for these events is a must, I think. You know, get what you can behind you, and just to help you even more, just to promote you even more. You know. I just wish Polyphony, and I know GT7, I don't know when that's going to come out, but maybe soon, maybe it won't, but bring a bit of an update, extend the lobbies to like 20 like they do in daily races and etc. Just to get out a few more drivers in. So 20 driver grid, say 19 with a commentator, it's going to be even better. Then you can get a couple of more teams in as well for the endurance event, you know. I just wish they would just increase the lobby up to 20. They probably won't. It's a bit late into GT Sport now, but you know, that's a recommendation there for Polyphony if they're listening. They're probably not, but it's worth a try. Third place, 25 seconds behind second. Gecko Racer, 4.9 second gap behind. 5.1 actually, it's going up all the time. Swift there in 5th position. Swift coming through the different section now. He's on it, he's flat out on it, Swift. He's not giving up, but he has got no one behind him, because Jay Doobie is a further 54 seconds behind Swift. So Jay Doobie not only repairing that car, maybe he's put a little bit of fuel in and come back out to Swift. 54 seconds in front of Jay Doobie, so now his concentration will be look forward, look at that time gap between him and fourth, and close it. But then Gecko Racer isn't slow either, but you know, you never know in racing. 7.3, 7.2, temps here and there, going up and down, 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 down. As Gecko Racer had a moment, that has fallen massively. No, just lost a bit of ground. He's lost like over a second to Swift. More than that, actually, 2 seconds. It was 7 seconds, and it's now 5 seconds between Swift and Gecko Racer. So Swift is, yeah, he's not giving up, and he's not giving up. We'll come back to this. Jay Doobie 54, Rusty's Jay Doobie 12. Then we got ALT Biddy 9.3, Memorex to 31 seconds. They've got Jerry Bear 9.3. Can he close that gap up to Memorex? We'll wait and see. Matt the Psycho 14 seconds, but he's battling away with Damien Black. Damien Black on board with Damien Black. What can Damien Black do? Can he get this position off? Oh, see what I mean? Don't cross that white line. It's very slippery with that bit, because it will. Yeah, they're doing really well, the THG boys. Hats off to him, you know, especially Mr. Flat Out in first place. And Booty as well, stuck with it. Fair play to him. So, alright, Damien Black hasn't got this move done for the Skyline, for the Dipper. No, Matt the Psycho extends that gap. Got it a bit wrong. Got a little bit wrong there. Head up to Forest Elbow. Can Damien Black get this move? Sitting the slipstream, getting towards the bottom before the chase, ideally. But again, you know, NSX. Let's wait till it reaches top end. So, Matt the Psycho in 11th. Let's go back and have a look at this. So, Matt the Psycho got Damien Black behind. And also VRC Racer Brown is closing quite quick as well. So no, Damien Black hasn't got that position done, but Racer Brown is closing that gap to Damien Black. Let's go to Racer Brown. On board Racer Brown now. He can see P11, P12 up ahead. We're on lap number 59, 1 hour, 56 minutes into the race. Nearly 2 hours. Where does time go when you're having fun, eh? That's gone fast, to be honest with you, my lord. My throat ain't gone or anything. Normally it does, but I've been drinking a lot and etc, etc. So here we are. Matt the Psycho, he's increased that gap. He has 100%, but Damien Black's gonna come under pressure now from VRC Racer Brown. There is VRC Racer Brown. What can he do to RL Damien Black? Oh, Damien Black! I thought he ran a bit wide then into the barrier, but he didn't. So VRC Racer Brown, perfect opportunity. I wouldn't do it there. He's over that white line. They're on the tyres. Little bit of contact there to the rear. VRC Racer Brown, what can he do? Can he get this done? Maybe ideally Conrad straight. Oh, Damien Black almost into that barrier as well. But yeah, he keeps it nice and together. Coming up towards Skyline now. A little bit of a wiggle on there from VRC Racer Brown. He's right behind Damien Black. Damien Black's feeling the pressure. They're going through the dipper section now. Who will get nice and steady? They both do. Damien Black a little bit wide through the dipper section now. They're still battling out for this 13th position and 12th through Forest Elbow. I think this is VRC Racer Brown's perfect opportunity to get the move done. So VRC Racer Brown in the slipstream of RL Damien Black, and can he get this move? Can he get this move done? He's set behind. He pulls to the right of RL Damien Black. They're side by side heading down now. So VRC Racer Brown gets that position off of Damien Black. So VRC Racer Brown promotes up to 12th position. Great battling there from them both. And then we got THG Booty there in 14th position. 4 minutes, 8 seconds down from the leader. Mr. Flat Out, 43 seconds. Gentleman in the pits, refueling. That has promoted Gecko Racer up to 3rd. Swift to Gecko is a 5.9 second gap. Member exits have been lapped as well by Gecko Racer. So Gecko Racer on the final podium spot. He's a further 33 seconds behind Liam in that second position. And we've got Mr. Flat Out further 43 seconds in front of Liam. So Gecko Racer in that final podium spot. You're going to have to pit soon. Whereas he has fueled up to the end by the looks of it. Swift pit soon, but not just yet. Probably go another 30 laps probably. Lap number 62 and 95. Then we've got Jay Doobie for that pace team. Yeah, he's 40 seconds behind 5th place. But he's coming up to lap 14th place. Rusty's GT UK on his own now, racing his shadows. But yeah, you can see rear light, sorry, up ahead. And he wants them to get closer and closer to him. Purple sector there for him. You always get the purple sector in the first sector anyway, because all you got to do is go around Hell Corner and just this up Mountain Straight. So depending how you do Hell Corner, you perfect it alright, you can get the purple sector anyway. But can you keep it through the lap? This is the thing as well. Rusty GT UK in 7th. Beardy behind 17 second gap. I just want to see if Rusty GT UK can keep that purple sector up heading through the dipper section. So Rusty GT UK coming to that part now. Has he kept that? Yeah, he has it as well. So Rusty GT UK, purple sector's there for him. As long as he keeps it nice and together, which he has. He's coming towards Forest Elbow now. Rusty GT UK, depending how this net sector comes up, if it's purple, I'll be quite impressed, because he's low on fuel as well. He's coming up towards the timing line now. Has he still got that purple? Has he lost it? Over half a second now. So in 2 sectors he did have the purple, but on the final he has lost it. But he can gain it for the chase section if you perfect it. You can normally tell by the board across the track, depending on what point you hit it. He's coming up to the tight. It looks like he's done a 53.555. Yeah, so he's not too far off the fastest lap pace. So let's see what he can do. Beardy as well. I mean, Beardy's going to pit now, is he? No, he's not. He's in the NSX, so he's going to go for quite a few laps as well. So ART Beardy down 8th position. Memorex is in 9th. 31 seconds behind the leader. 154.911. So he's found some pace in that car, in that NSX, and he's pushing it. Lap number 62. 2 hours, 1 minute into the race. 59 minutes to go. Memorex is in that night. Jerry Bear in 10th. Jerry Bear in 10th position. So he is recovering. It's 4.3. He's been lapped by Swift. So Memorex is his next target for Jerry Bear. Matt the Psycho, 16 seconds. Again, he is recovering, doing a recovery drive again. So Racer Brown in 12th, 3 seconds behind Matt. Isn't a massive gap, so it is doable for him. And we've got THC Booty, 4 minutes, 17 seconds behind the leader. 155.864 is fastest lap. Go on board with this, gentlemen, while I get a quick drink. Drink is a must, you know, drink is a must. Alright, quick drink, sorry. Purple. Oh. Like I said, I can feel the throat like going. Not really. If I put this in my mouth, it should help. Apparently, chewing gum helps you as well. So I'll give it a go, shall we? Make what true. Liam into the pits. Liam into the pits now. So Liam, not got a lot of fuel. He's gonna go for. This will be his final stop now until he goes to the end. This gentleman's gonna have to pit soon for his final stop to go to the end. We've got ART Beardy into the pits as well. So ART Beardy, he's got repair damage as well, front aero damage to that car. So yes, he is gonna lose ground to Member X's. Member X has come around Murray corner now. ART Beardy there. Yeah, last hour. Dude, brilliant, you know. They are going to get a clap from me at the end of all the drivers for today. And the rest of the boys, the commentators and that. So Jerry Bear, 2.2, under 2 second gap now between ART Beardy and Jerry Bear. So Jerry Bear can see ART Beardy just up the road in that 9th position. So it's only a matter of time before so Swifty is trying to put a lap onto Beardy. Swifty in that 3rd. Wow, so Gecko Race has gone into the pits. So he's come out behind. He's only the Gecko Race is only a 6.7 second gap. You know, but Swift, wow, I did say it earlier on, he's putting in some stonking performance late on, and he's doing a good recovery drive. As I said as well, I would have liked to seen where he would have been if he didn't drop down at the start, because he's only 11.2 second gap behind Liam, and Liam he's going to the end now, but Swift is going to have to pit. But if he can put Liam a little bit under pressure, and I know this gentleman doesn't need it, because I mean he's like 1 minute 16 seconds up the road, 153.279. Yeah, it's sucking pressure at Liam. I know it's like it's not really worth it if you think about it, because Swift's got a pit, but you can say that he's going to help out, you know, first place, and Liam there just coming through the chase section now. Swift 11.2. I think I'm gonna. He's got that 13 second gap to 4th, and I just feel he's going to lose it anyway. But Gecko Racer, what can he do now? He's pitted and he's going to the end. He is 8.1 second behind 4th place. Jay Doobie's a further 35. I think BRC Racer Brown is trying to unlap himself like he did previously. So Swift in the pits. So he's going to lose that 3rd position anyway, which he has done. He's down to 4th, Swift. But our Gecko Racer coming around the final corner now. Swift changing them tyres. He's refueling. It isn't that massive, the pit stop around this track. Gecko Racer coming up. He's being harassed by BRC Racer Brown. Where is Swift? Swift is being relayed. This is close. This is close. This is very, very close between them, the both. There we go. So we got BRC Racer Brown in the sandwich again. He's the cheese and they're the bread. Gecko Racer and Swift. So Gecko Racer to Swift 0.8 between them both. I don't think Gecko Racer wants the pressure from BRC Racer Brown, because Swift will want BRC Racer Brown to try and move as quick as possible. Here's Swift, he's gone straight through, so he wants his gap closed quite rapidly between him and Gecko Racer. So 4th and 5th, banning it out for that 4th place. Further 10 seconds up the road, he's not going to have to pit again, so depending how he gets on, damage free, stay out the trouble, you know, head down. Just look forward, don't look back. Let's see if he can keep that 3rd position. Liam, almost, you know, he's probably going to get that 2nd, but you never know. And Mr. Flat Out THG, first time I've seen the error from him, so tiredness quite possibly having an effect for 1st place. So Liam probably see that time drop a little bit, but he's way behind. He's coming down Conrad, and Liam's, you know, just coming around Murray corner. No, he isn't. He's coming up Mountain Straight, sorry. Hell corner that was. So he's coming up Hell corner, and 1st place he's coming down, you know, coming up to the chase now, and it's just that much of a gap, and he's done a 153.279. Depending on how his team got on as well in the other stints. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see when the final results are out. Like I said, just check them out when they're out on Discord. I heard earlier about a week or so for the final results to be produced and that. So do just look out for it. So I'm pretty sure there isn't another endurance as well in 2022. I'm sure Rob and the rest of the admins and that will let you know anyway if there is another endurance next year. I think, yeah, 2022 February I heard. So RA Gecko Racer 1.2 between him and Swift. So Swift is swifting on ever so nicely, so he can see Gecko Racer, and he's getting bigger and bigger and closer. So 4th and 5th, battling away. Oh, yeah, last hour. Fish, yes, fish. So Gecko Racer 1.1 Gecko Racer. Swift, he's swifting along. He's swifting along, Darren. He's swifting along, and yeah, they're coming around the skyline, heading towards the dipper section now. Gaps increased slightly by a few tenths, and again, Gadaway helicopter, you're a bit low. Move. Oh, Gecko Racer into the barrier. Did he pick up damage from that? He did not. He stayed out of damage. So Swift there can see that Gecko Racer up ahead. Look at this. Here we are. So we have Mr. THD flat out guy. He is coming up to lap 5th position. Now I said earlier on, it will lap up to 4th, and I think 3rd isn't too far away. So depending, 5th definitely, 4th probably, so up to 4th. So Mr. THD flat out 40 is yeah, it's going to put a lap on to Swift there in 5th position. Now he's coming up to quite a bit of traffic now at 1st place, so it's going to be quite difficult. He's got enough ground from Liam anyway, 1 minute 16 seconds, so he hasn't got to worry about nothing. But what he doesn't want to happen is when he laps the back mark, he don't want to, you know, run it a bit too wide into a barrier or pick up a little bit of damage, because that will affect him and that gap will close down. 1:53.279, lap number 62, and he's just coming up now to lap Swift. Maybe Swift to see him come in. Let's go on board with this gentleman here. So coming up round now, the cousin section. There's Swift, there's Gecko Racer. Not only are these having their own battle as well for that 4th and 5th. 1st place wants to try and keep the 1st place, but let's see what happens. He hasn't done it yet. Come around Skyline, heading towards the dipper section now. They're dropping down. So are these two gonna realise that 1st place is behind, and will they let 1st place go on by? I don't think they will, because they're in their own little battle. What I will do now is I will go to 5th position, which is Swift. So Swift under a second now between, so Swift won't, so Swift in his mind is like, right, 1st place behind, I'm battling with 4th. What do? Do I lose the time to 4th to let 1st by, or do we try and make it difficult for first to pass? It's a tricky one, you know. He's looking there, 1st place to pass by, but a little bit of dust pick up there from Gecko. So Gecko in that 4th position. Swift now could quite possibly see 1st place, but 1st place, where's 1st place gone? He's into the pit, so needn't worry about that then. My eyes being terrible as they are, didn't pick up his fuel he needed to pit. So let's go back to this. So Swift and Gecko Racer. So now 1st place has gone into the pit. Swift doesn't have to worry, nor does Gecko Racer. It's all about the battle. The battle between 4th and 5th. 3rd place, he's not too far up. He's only 10 seconds in front of Gecko Racer. Now I know they're different teams, and I get that, but if I was these two, I right, let's work together. Not sure, because they're racing for different teams, and you know, all points matter to them. But if I was them, let's work together. Let's close the gap to 3rd place, because it's only 10.9. And but anyway, it won't happen. But it probably won't happen. But who knows? You know, they may shock us. They may help each other out for once, and close that gap to 3rd place. Sorry. So Gecko Racer now being caught quite quickly by Swift. 3rd place. He's only up the road. Remember, he's not too far. There he is. There's 9th. 3rd place is in front of 9th, quite a bit further down the road. So Swift in the slipstream of Gecko Racer. So Gecko Racer is he's sitting in the middle of the track. So he's defending now. So he's gonna send him to the inside and try and stay. But now Gecko Racer looking for it. No, Gecko Racer just lets him on by. So Gecko Racer, in regards to his, Gecko Racer got a little bit wrong. on the exit of Conrad Straight, and he's lost a little bit of ground there, just around about half a second. So now Swift will be trying to close that gap between him and third position. It's 11 seconds on lap number 69, 2 hours 15 minutes into the race. What can they do? Let's go down, let's see who else is getting on. RA Gecko Racer, we've seen him, he lost a bit of ground at the bottom. Rushy GT UK has to pit. Maybe this lap or the next lap. He's 34 seconds behind the leader. Jay Doobie may be promoted up a position. Well, he will be, because I don't think he will pit again. I think he'll go to the end of the race on what he's got. Rusty has stayed out, so Rusty hasn't pitted. Jay Doobie, that gap is closing, but RL Damien Black in front of Jay Doobie there, so he's going to put a lap on him as well. ART Beardy, 3 minutes 34 seconds behind the leader, 1 minute 1 second behind 7th place. Matt the Psycho, 10.9 second gap between him and 8th. VRC Racer Brown, now he's bought VRC Racer Brown, for me, he's brought it on towards the end of the race, and he's put his foot down now. So you think, alright, I've got nothing else to lose, let's just go for it. From where he was, he pitted like 2 or 3 times to get rid of damage, and since his last pit stop, he's just, I don't know, he's put his foot down, and he's gained a few positions, and now he's trying to close up to ninth position, who is Matt. And yeah, I just feel he's pushing it now, and he's just like, right, this is what I'm made of. I'm gonna gain a few positions, close the gap, try and make a couple more, but we'll wait and see. Remember, Exit and Damien Black, they're part of Elder Sim Racing, 10th and 11th. I'm part of Elder Sim Racing as well. But yeah, it's good to see him doing well, you know, like all the other teams as well. But when you're part of a team, you're like cheering them on. But for me, I'm cheering everyone on, you know, not just ESR. They're all competing 3 hours at a time, and it's great to see. So, Damien Black, member exits there, helping each other out. Well, sorry, 11th and 12th on track. They're not helping each other out. Good points hauled as well. Jerry Bear in 13th position, and unfortunately with that heavy damage, and he's had to repair it. Pit stop took forever. He was running up the 5th to 6th, and he had that massive moment, heavy damage, ending damage, aero damage, lots of damage, and he's down in 13th, and I bet he is really frustrated, but he's still sticking with it. Fair play to him. I mean, he's 23 seconds behind Damien Black. That's a lot to do with how long we got left. 25 laps to go. We'll wait and see, you know. If he does it like second a lap or second half a lap, then yeah, he could do it. But wait and see, because he's 54.896 in regards to Damien Black. Damien Black 55.200. So Jerry Bear's that little bit quicker than Damien Black, not massively, but it's enough to quite around about half a second thereabouts a lap. We'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see. Booty there, he's in 14th, 155.607, 4 minutes 35 seconds behind the leader, and yeah, getting the points for his team as well. So Mr. THG flat out, 51 seconds in front of Liam. Liam won't have to pit. Third place, no, he's alright. Second and third, they're fine. Swift as well, we're still trying to close that gap. 3.5 second gap between them both. And yeah, Gecko Racer and Racer Brown still having their own little battle, 10th and 5th. Rushy GT UK, 31 seconds behind Gecko Racer. And yeah, tiredness probably kicking in now for the majority of drivers. Darkness as well makes you want to go to bed. But hey, you know, it's been a great day of racing. 12 hours, 3 hour stints. I think it's 3 commentators. One of the fella's done it twice. It's been set up for a couple of months, this. And yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day for, you know, the AXR that got it all together, and all the teams representing as well, coming together as one and racing for the sim racing community. And it's really good. Matt you want to see Matt. Matt's in ninth at this moment in time. But yeah, that's my little speech. I always like doing my little speeches. Of course, some people call me like an old man or something like that. But you know, yeah, we are 2 hours, 20 minutes into the stint. We're on the final stint. The boys are on the final stint. Wow. The first stint was at 10. And the last stint's going to finish at 10. 12 hours of racing. All live streamed on YouTube. All live streamed on YouTube. And yeah, been good. Been good. Quick rundown again, shall we? THD flat out. That's the new name, by the way. 53-second lead over Liam, who's in second. Now, third place, P10, he's in third. He's 24 seconds behind Liam. And Swift is a further 11 seconds behind third. Fifth is a 6.2 behind fourth. And then Jay is a further 35 seconds behind Gecko Racer, who's in 6th. Then we have Rusty GTUK in 7th position, 20 seconds, 20.7 seconds behind Jay Doobie, who's in 6th. Then we've got ART Beardy, who is in 8th position. He is a further 42 seconds behind 7th place. Matt, further 8.7, but with 23 laps to go, I think Matt could close that gap if he works it out right. Then Beardy will probably maintain that gap. We don't know. We'll wait and see. So 8.8 second gap. So Matt there in 9th. Then we have BRC Racer Brown, who, like I said earlier, he's sort of like upped his pace a little bit. So he's 5 behind Matt, who's in 9th. Then we got Memorexic, who done that long first stint. The first stint, he went on for what was it, 49 laps, something like that. Went really far, and he's only 17 seconds behind with 23 laps to go. And Memorex's teammate, who is RL Damien Black, who's in 12th position, is a further 19 behind his teammate, who's in 11th. Jerry Bear is being lapped by Rusty now. Jerry Bear had if you just tuned in, Jerry Bear was running up there. He had a massive moment. Got heavy damage, engine, front aero, front suspension, and yeah, that's just cost him a lot of time. He's running 13th. He's got the pace to run up there, you know, but unfortunately that damage just hampered him, and he's running 13th now. And then we have got THC Booty there. He's in 14th position, 4 minutes 46 seconds behind the leader. Ran heavy damage, well, not heavy, but he ran front aero damage and front suspension damage as well to start the race, and he's in 14th position. So that's your current standards at the minute, and the positions they're at, and the time gap, and etc, etc. Fastest lap is THC flat out. You got to change your name, by the way. 1 minute 53 second 279. He's done that quite early into the race. 75 and 95, eh? How good is that? Liam there in 2nd position. Unless a major miracle happens, and yeah, Liam could quite possibly close that gap to 1st place, but I don't see that, and I just think 1st place maintaining that gap. 3rd place 24. I think he's happy with 3rd. Further 11. Yeah, it's Swift now putting a lap on to Matt the Psycho. So Matt has been lapped now. Gecko Racer. When he had that damage, because he was running up there, and the damage, what he incurred. You know, when you get damaged, you know, when something happens, your confidence and stuff like that, you get annoyed and frustrated. And I think that Gecko Racer is a bit annoyed with the damage and not having to pick, so it costs you time. And yeah, he's doing well, you know, they're all doing well, but that's just my point of view, it's what I see. We are driven again, like I keep saying, check them out. Check them out on Facebook, check them out. Jay Doobie, pace, I think that's South Africa, isn't it, that flag? Yeah, he's dust as well. Dust being kicked up from Damien Black there in 12th position. So J Doobie, there's no battles now, ladies and gentlemen. It has gaps. We have over, but I say that, and we've got something happening. So we've got Matt the Psycho. He's been lapped, but he's been caught by BRC Racer Brown. A 2.4 second gap between them both, 10th and 9th. I see something else quite closer than this on the track map. If you look at it, the blue triangles, it looks like it's quite close in places. Let me have one flick through quickly. Am I missing something? No, I'm not. I'm not missing anything. No, it's all fine. Nah, yeah, I think the closest battle is Matt the Psycho and VRC Racer Brown. This is the closest battle on track for the time being. So we'll focus on this for the minute. We'll go on board with VRC Racer Brown, and I know Matt is a little bit further up the road. Swift there in 4th. So Matt the Psycho will be getting the slipstream from Swift. Well, he won't actually, because Swift, well, he might just a little bit, not massively. There is VRC Racer Brown behind Matt the Psycho. So Matt the Psycho going for the chase now. Yeah, VRC Racer Brown, let's close that gap again a little bit. Murray corner, the lefty-o handy-o. Yep. And again. Yep, under 2 seconds now, that gap. So 100% Racer Brown is closing that gap to Matt the Psycho. Swift up ahead in 4th. But then, Matt the Psycho extends it through Hell Corner. Apparently, Hell Corner years ago, there used to be is it a stump or something, and a lot of motorcycle riders unfortunately died by hitting it, and they removed it. So they made it sort of an escape road now. I looked that up earlier. Well, that's what he said earlier when I looked up on Google. Might be wrong, might be right, but probably is right. So it's an escape road, Hell Corner. If you think about it, flat out, the car going flat out real life, and they hit that, you know, a bit too late. You rather go straight on into an escape road rather than, you know, hitting something. So I think that was removed quite a number of years ago. So VRC Racer Brown to Matt the Psycho. 1.8 second gap. Memorex is, yeah, he's being caught, unfortunately. Hey, Matt, what happened here? He's got damage with him now. Is it that same position out of here? Oh no, that was ever so minimal, and he's got front aero and front suspension damage as well. So Matt the Psycho, unfortunately, he's gonna have to pit if he wishes, but he's lost that position now to VRC Racer Brown. So VRC Racer Brown in that 9th position. He's probably smiling under that helmet now, but will Matt pit? He does indeed. 18-second gap between him and Memoretic. I think Matt may lose an extra position there, but we'll wait and see. We'll keep an eye on Memoretic now. He's being lapped by first place flashing lights saying, look, you know, I'm trying to come on through. So there's Memoretic, there's Matt the Psycho. Matt the Psycho, you see what I mean? They pass when it's safe. So Memoretic there, Matt the Psycho being released. So Memoretic, Bruno, sorry, I'm going to call him Bruno. He's just come out, and Matt the Psycho. Oh, this is close. Wow. So Memoretic trying to get that moved on to Matt the Psycho, and they're side by side. But Matt the Psycho's got the slipstream, and Memoretic breaks later, Bruno. But Matt the Psycho round the outside. Oh, nice move there. Both back this side by side, but I think Bruno just backed off the accelerator a little bit. So Matt the Psycho keeps at 10th. So fair play, good racing from them both there, from 10th and 11th. So Mr. Flatout first place got through, and Memorex is into the barrier. Damien Black, a 19-second gap between him and his teammate. Jerry Bear 19th second. And then we got Booty 42 second behind Jerry Bear in 13. Yeah, Mr. Flat Out. We are lap number 78 and 95. Around about half an hour to go, ladies and gentlemen. Half an hour to go. 7 second gap. We get a quick drink again. So yeah, you know, there's been battles. Don't get me wrong. It's been entertaining this evening. First to second, they're comfortable. Third to fourth, I don't know, because I think Swift is pushing it now to close that gap. So it looks like he'll be going to the end. 100% he will be going to the end to gain up to third place, to fourth and third. Depending on how quick it falls, that time gap, it could be. Go on, Racer Brown. Go on, Racer Brown. Go on, Racer Brown. Gecko Racer there in fifth position. 8.3 second gap behind Swift. But Swift is on it now. Swift is trying to close that gap to third to get the final podium spot. And can he? I bet your team's rooting for you. So we'll come back to you in a minute. First and second, I think they're comfortable now. It's all about third and fourth. The final podium spot between these two. We'll come back to that. Gecko Racer 8.4. Maybe he's happy with that fifth because he's 40 seconds in front of J Doobie in that sixth place. J Doobie picking up that damage affected his podium chances, unfortunately. But there's always next time when there's a next endurance. Rusty G2K a further 19 seconds behind J Doobie there in sixth. So that's quite settled. But it's the third and fourth which I'm quite interested in. ART Beardy 42 seconds behind Rusty. And yeah, he's running his own race, keeping it nice and damage free. And yeah, he's doing a good job. Racer Brown 8.3 second gap, but like I said before, he has bought it on the last stint after his pit stop. His last pit stop, he's come out, even though he's done around about 4. But he's come out now and he's kept it nice and composed, kept it on track, been damage free for the remainder. And can he close that gap to ART Beardy? Or will ART Beardy be happy with the 8th and just maintain the gap to 9th? Matt the Psycho picked up that damage. Unfortunately, minimal contact to the barrier going through the dipper section. And he got that damage, a front aero damage, and that's hampered him now. He's 23 seconds behind 9th place. And Memorex is only Memorex is into the pit. He was 6.8. RL Damien Black quite possibly jump his teammate in the pits. Wait and see. Yeah, like I said, he's done a good recovery drive. But let's go back to this for a minute. Memorex and Damien Black. Damien Black coming around Hell corner now. Memorex is there. He's lost that position to Damien Black. So again, Damien Black has put his foot down as well because Bruno is coming out of the pits now. Jerry Bear coming on the start, finish straight, head up to Hell corner. Unfortunately, he hasn't closed that. He's closed the gap, but it's still 10 seconds. And then THC Booty, 14 plays, 5 minutes 16 seconds behind the leader. And yeah, cool, here my throat, my lord. Sorry. So then, third and fourth is where it's at. It stayed the same, actually. 10.4. It hasn't really increased or decreased. So I think they're equal on pace. Looking at the lap, 54.536. Look at that consistency, you know. He's done that over what? A number of laps, like 8 laps. He's that consistent in the lap times. Absolutely phenomenal. Swift as well, 54, 54, 54, 54. The leader, 53, 54, 53, 54. Liam, 55, 56, 54. Yeah, a bit up and down. So yeah, so we've got people here. Racer Brown, you can do it. P8 in sight, you can do this, Racer Brown. Go Racer Brown. So we got support for the final under half an hour now. VRC Racer Brown is getting loads of support from his teammates. He's like, right, I can see them comments, which he probably can't because he's racing. He's like, alright, I'm going to close this gap up to ART Beardy, 8.6 second gap. And I know you're rooting for him, but that is 15 laps. 8.5. 8.5 still. 8.5, so it's not really decreasing that much. No, it stayed the same to Beardy. So Beardy, he's maintaining that gap, he's managing that gap. 8.2, 8.1. It's gone down a couple of tenths. But yeah, VRC Racer Brown trying to close that gap, but Beardy is keeping it around about the 8 second. It's fallen under 8 seconds now. Let's come back to this in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. THG flat out. 2 hours 34 minutes. We've got 14 laps to go. Lap number 81. Liam, 1 minute 1 second behind the leader. Been a quiet race for him as well. It really has been a quiet race for Liam. Third place to fourth, 10.3. Oh! Swift, come on Swift, keep it nice and together. I don't want you having a massive moment because you're doing a stonking last stint. 10.1, 10.1, so third and fourth had a bit of a moment. It's under 10 seconds now between third and fourth. Who's going to come out on top? I have no idea. I really don't. Gecko Racer 10.8. Yeah, 9.9, 9.8. J Doobie 43 seconds behind Gecko Racer. Quiet now, all on his own. Rusty G2K just coming on to Conrad straight now, 13 seconds behind J Doobie. ART Beardy 7.3 second gap. So Racer Brown has gained a bit of ground onto ART Beardy, and I think the reason for that is ART Beardy is trying to get past 14th place, and he hasn't done it so far. And VRC Racer Brown coming around towards Skyline now. ART Beardy going through the dipper section. VRC Racer Brown coming through the entry to the dipper section, and VRC Racer Brown can see that gap falling to ART Beardy, and ART Beardy wants to get on by as quick as he can to the back marker because he knows he's getting held up a little bit. But then Beardy, can you get on by, or will it be on the start finish straight again? He pulls to the right there at 14th place. He's lost a bit of ground, under 7 seconds now, side by side, the back marker in 8th place. Finally Beardy gets on by 7.2. Racer Brown can see that gap falling. Further 20 seconds back to P10 of Matt Psycho there. So ART Beardy 7 seconds, 6.9. It's fallen now. Come back to this in a minute. It's going to be quite interesting. Pulls to the left, but 4th place is coming up to that Beardy now. Swift. THG flat out, setting first. 1 minute 3 seconds ahead. Liam 24 seconds in front of third. Fourth 8.3. Gecko Racer 11. Jay there is 6, 43. Rusty 12. So Rusty is took around about 1.3 second gap out of J Doobie. So that's closing as well, this gap. Beardy to Racer Brown. Swift is there. 14th place is there. Racer Brown. On board Racer Brown now. He has pushed it. He's pushed it quite a lot. 6.9. I'm waiting to see if we can see rear lights at all. They're entering the dipper now, so he won't at this moment in time. So VRC Racer Brown still closing that gap. It's increased again by a few tenths. Beardy with Swift behind. So with him, he's going to have to slow up. Not massively, just a slight lift, and he's going to lose a few tenths again. Swift into the barrier on the left. Sorry, the right. So he's behind Beardy now. So Swift there, pulls to the right at the back marker. But no, Beardy is still there. He's not giving up so easily. Yep, so 4th place on by. How much time did? 6.6 to Racer Brown. ART Beardy 6.4, 6.3. Oh, he got onto the grass. He's going to have dirty tyres now. Oh, almost lost that rear end. 6.1 to BRC Racer Brown. Let's have a look further down. We've got Matt in 10th. RL Damien Black there, 24 seconds behind. He's been in the pits a couple of times as well to repair that damage. Bruno in 12th, 6.3 seconds behind his teammate, who's in 11th. Jerry Bear, 5.3. So Jerry Bear flat out right about now, 5.3. And THG Booty, a 53 second gap. I don't think so, no. I think except the ones carrying damage, would they risk doing the pit, but then they're going to lose a lot of time. Maybe this gentleman here will pit, but touch and go for Swift as well. Possibly another pit stop for a couple, maybe to repair damage, but they could quite possibly manage that damage and carry on. So I would say maybe another pit stop, maybe, because third place is carrying damage, and he's going to know that's going to hamper him, and it is there. You see it falling all the time. So I know he's going to come out behind Swift if he pits now. It's a difficult one. See, you're in third, you got the final podium spot. Do you want to give that up? Nope, he's not coming into the pits. 6.8. We'll keep an eye on this. Swift, Gecko, 11. Depending if he pits, could be promoted up a spot as well, but I don't think he will. J Doobie, 44. Rusty, 9.3 behind J Doobie there in 6th. Then we have ART. Oh, that has closed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Here's Flat Out. Here's Mr. Flat Out. 52.988. Insane pace. ART Beardy to VRC Racer Brown, 5 point. But this guy is in a I'm sorry, he's in a different planet, you know. 1 minute 7 seconds ahead of Liam. He's done a 52.988 on lap number 83. He's right, stamping his authority before the night's over, saying, right, I've been here, I've done this, see you again soon. So yeah, 52.988, you've seen that right. I would have liked to been on board when he done that lap. His last lap was a 154.157. So maybe he's playing games at the minute, you know, maybe he's playing games at the minute thinking, right, you know, I've took it nice and steady, I've stayed to 53.2, 53.5 and so on, as you can see on the right. I just think he's got a bit more in him to give, and I think he's going to show that off towards the end. As the fuel goes down, he's going to push it more and more. So, just to show off that little bit more, you know. So then, Liam, what can you do in respect to the lap time? Can you do anything? Because I know you're fast anyway. Third place, 6.2. Swift is there. So yeah, Swift is gaining time. On to third place. Third place with that damage. It's hampering him. 6.1. Gecko Racer, 12. We'll go down to... Yeah, technically, yeah, they're playing a game. Yeah, that's what it is, you know. This isn't over yet. Yeah. He's done it in the race. He's done it in the race. 52 in the race. Not qualifying. That's like qualifying pace in the race. It's unbelievable. Rusty. Beardy. Look at this. I said I'll come back to this, didn't I? So ART Beardy to VRC Racer the Brown. Yeah, he's 3.6. There's Beardy there. We have got 11 laps to go. We are 2 hours 43 minutes into this race. BRC Racer Brown, Matt Matt there, 19 seconds behind. Memrex is in the pits now. Last pit stop for him. So yeah, people did have to pit. Damien Black there, Matt Psycho. We've got Memrex is in the pits. Fresh set of tyres, and he's got front aero and suspension damage on both sides as well. Jerry Bear in 13th. Will he gain that 12th position? This is the thing. No, he will not, because Bruno's come out the bits. And THC Booty there. BRC Racer Brown. There's oh, Racer Brown. Take it nice and steady, my friend. Oh, VLC Racer. He wants that extra position. He wants that 8 because he can see Beardy just up the road. Let's have a look at the time gap between these two though. 3rd and 4th, 5.7. So it hasn't dropped a lot. This guy is just yeah. Yeah, I think he just backed off a little bit now, to be honest with you. We'll see by his sector time coming up now. Crazy. Lost a bit of time there. I need to go back down to that battle further down. 8th and 9th. 8th and 9th. 3.8. But yeah, the last lap of the race will be on board with him anyway. So the last lap of the race he'll be on board with THD flat out in first place. If he's still the lead runner, which he should be. So ALT Beardy, 4.3. Racer Brown, lost a bit of ground. Tyre wear coming into effect. Passing that back marker as well, so he's lost around about a second in lap time. Matt Psycho in 10th. 17 seconds behind BRT Racer Brown. Bang on 10 laps to go. RL Damien Black in 11th. Memrex is in 12th. So these two doing well. Jerry Bear recovering 11 seconds now. So that gap has extended, and THG Booty 23 seconds behind Jerry Bear. Here he is, Mr. THG flat out, coming to that 5th place. Yeah, so Gecko Racer just pulls to the right, lets him by. Very nice respect there indeed. So yeah, THG flat out leading, heading into the final part of this race. Lap number 87 and 95, ladies and gentlemen. Liam there, 1 minute 11 seconds behind. Been quite a race for him, to be honest with you. He batted in earlier on, but you know, since then it's just it's settled, and he's done his own thing, and he's yeah, just I'm not saying, they're going to say maintain that gap, but he's maintained that gap to 3rd, because 3rd and 4th is 4.1. This isn't over, so that damage now is having an effect, because this gentleman here can see that gap closing 3.4. So it's only a matter of time between before these two do battle it out for 3rd and 4th. So in a couple of laps we're going to see these two battling. 14 seconds behind them is RA Gecko Racer. So he's currently running in 5th position. J Doobie's a further 50 back. The time gap is 3.1. It's falling rapidly now. Then again, I say that, and increases by a couple of attempts. 3.1, 3.1, 3.1. Swift is there. Oh, I thought my keyboard broke then. Whew. Swift is there in that 4th. 3rd and 4th. They're going to come into a battle soon, so we're not out of the question yet for the final podium spot, ladies and gentlemen. Under 3 second gap between them both. Between them both, what's going to happen?
Dad.
Huh?
I want a first name.
Oh well. Love you, baby. Night. So yeah, sorry about that, my kids coming saying good night. So yeah, 2.6 actually now. 2.6 second gap. This final podium spot isn't done yet. Anything else going on? Gecko Racer, J Doobie, 51. That's a massive gap to close. Rushy GT UK to J Doobie, a 4.9 second gap between Rushy GT UK. Yeah, We have got not long to go. ART Beardy. Flying, yeah. 2.3. Racer Brown again has closed that gap rapidly. Damien Black 52. Matt Psycho 11th is 15. Memorex is Bruno 14. Jerry Bear 10. And THG Booty at 24. Let's go back to here quickly. 2.3 second back, but then we go down to 8th and 9th, and it's a 2 second gap between them both. So we've got a battle for 8th and 9th and 3rd and 4th going on right about now for the final part of this race. So 2.3 second gap, the closest gap this moment in time. This is more important, the final podium spot, but this is getting closer. 1.8 second gap. There is VRC Racer Brown. There is Beardy. VRC Racer Brown can see Beardy getting bigger and bigger. But up there we go quickly. We have got 3rd and 4th, 2.2 second gap. Swift now, that car in 3rd position is getting bigger and bigger as well. So up we go. We go to ART Beardy and VRC Racer Brown. 1.6 second gap. Heading now down towards the final part of Conroe. Then heading on to the chase section. Then down to Murray Corner. Can the time gap close even more? Because up we go to 3rd and 4th. 4.5, so it has increased a little bit. Maybe a bit of a moment there from Swift. But we go to here, 8th and 9th, 1.6 second gap between ART Beardy and VRC Racer Brown. VRC Racer Brown has closed that gap. It increased a little bit, then it's closed again. 8th and 9th can see each other now. So yeah, they're thinking, right, we're going to battle now. But at the front we go, the final podium spot. 4.6 second gap. So I think Swift has had a bit of a moment, but then again he's probably backing off, realising the fuel's getting low, maybe saving a bit of fuel, short shifting that car, still carrying that front end damage. And if Swift can work it out right and just push it a little bit more, he could quite possibly close that gap. At 8th and 9th, 1.5 second gap. They still not swap positions. ART Beardy still maintain that gap over VRC Racer Brown, but VRC Racer Brown has took around about 2 seconds out of ART Beardy there. Anything else going on? Let's flick down quickly because we're going on to lap number 88 in a minute. Because first place is on 88 anyway. He's on lap number 90. So yes, keep an eye on that, Darren. No new, you'll probably miss the end. Beardy 1.3 to Racer Brown. 3rd and 4th, still batting 3.7 second gap. A second has been taken off that time, and it is closing again, closing again. 8th and 9th closing, 1.2 second gap, almost in that slipstream. VRC Racer Brown, what can he do? Can he close that gap? It's closing, 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. 10 by 10 by 10 by, that could be a song, couldn't it? 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. So 3rd and 4th, 3.5 second gap. So now 14 second gap. J Doobie 52. Rusty. Oh, another battle here, ladies and gentlemen. Rusty 6th and 7th. Not only have we got 8th and 9th. 8th and 9th batting out. We got 7th and 6th. So we've got it all going on. So what we do is we go on to number 6. Then we go to 7th. Then we go to 8th. And then we go to 9th. So we've got it all in one. You know, it's on the keyboard and it's lovely. So J Doobie to Rusty, just over a second gap. Beardy to VRC Racer Brown, 1.2 second gap. Then we go to these two, a 3.5 second gap. It's all going off, but we go to this, just over half a second. Rusty, Duty UK, in the slipstream now. When is he going to get this opportunity to pass on the right? Will he pass on the right or will he just wait? He's in the slipstream. J Doobie, oh, they're side by side, drop it down now to the bottom of Conrod Straight. J Doobie won't give up. Oh, a little bit late breaking there from Rusty GTUK, and there we are, J Doobie again getting that sit position off of Rusty GTUK, and he gets that move done. Rusty GTUK got his braking a little bit wrong on the bottom of Conrod, and it's got it all to do again. Beardy to Racer Brown, 1.1. Then we go to 3rd and 4th, 3 second gap. This gentleman here, lap number 91, Mr. THG, flat out, 152.988. Liam, 2nd position, 1 minute 16 seconds behind the leader. There we've got 3rd place and 4th place, still batting out, still closing. J Doobie to Rusty GTUK is nothing. So rushes UCK looking to the inside there. Gets that move done. They're battling side by side as they go up. J Doobie runs a little bit wide. But J Doobie concedes that place and he's down to 7th. But VRC Racer Brown gets that position done. Let's spin it up again. Come on in. Keyboard, wake up. No, it's not having none of it. So VRC Racer Brown. Why is it not picking up the replay? Come on, this stupid keyboard. No, so VRC Racer Brown got that move done. He won't pick up the instant replay. Great, innit? When he want it, it won't work. So VRC Racer Brown, great drive back from me. You know, he's got back up there. He was down in 13th. And yeah, fair play, fair play. So 3rd and 4th. This is still on. This is not over. But this gentleman here, lap number 92, he's got 3 laps to go. He has lapped the rest of the field. Apart from 2nd and 3rd. But Swift is still on for that. Is he going to have enough fuel to get to the end? I do not know. I have no idea. I don't think he will. But he's pushing for it. Gecko Racer, 17 seconds. Rusty got that move done onto Jay again. So yeah, 6th and 7th now. So Doobie's in 7th. Rusty up to 6th. VRC Racer Brown in 8th. Beardy now, yeah, he's probably tired, probably worn out, you know. Don't blame him. Damien Black in 10th. On his own now, battling away. Can't see no one up ahead. They're quite a way up the road. He's 55 seconds behind. Night Place. Matt in 11th. Memorex sits there in 12th. Jerry Bear in 13th position. Not long to go now. Lap number 89, so he's been lapped around about 5 laps or 4 laps there, thereabouts. THG Booty been lapped as well. But this gentleman here, and yeah, he's P1. Head on to lap number 93, ladies and gentlemen. Lap number 93. Not too far to go. Not too far to go. Yeah, brilliant. You know, yeah, exactly, Daniel. Exactly, you know. So THG Flat Out, that's his new name. For me anyway. 152, 988. He's on lap number 93. 2 laps to go for him. Liam. I think he's one of the admins for AXR. Or founder or admin or whatever. But put this group together. Sorry, this event together. Like the last event as well, probably, with Rob and that. Illusion and etc, etc. And then yeah, it's been a great evening. Racer Brown smashed it, jumped out of an airplane today, then rushed to this race. Had a shaky start, but come good in the end. Yep, my words exactly, mate. Agree with you, you know. Agree with you. I said that, you know, at the start, bit shaky. Now I know why, but he got himself composed and he got back up there, you know. So hats off, hats off. J Doobie, 3rd and 4th, 1.8. Wow, we're in for a treat. Let's look though. Lap number 93, 3rd and 4th. Swift, is he going to have enough fuel to get to the end, do you think? Touch and go. Front aero as well, 1.8. It's close, isn't it? We're looking on that gauge around about 3 laps. Possibly he could do it, but we'll wait and see. This is the closest battle, ladies and gentlemen. So Swift, on board with Swift now. He can see 3rd place. 5th place behind, you can't see them. So now we're heading on to, technically what it is the penultimate lap for the leader. So the leader is on lap number 94. He is on his penultimate lap. Now, all of them, Stint 1, Stint 2, Stint 3, Stint 4. Cracking racing by everyone, you know. Commentators, top job. AXR, top job. All the teams that have entered, top work, you know. Top work to bring this event together. It's been planned for quite a while, but it's worked, you know. So, much respect to each and every one of you. You know, hats off to each and every one of you. You know, so mate, it's my first 3-hour endurance. I was a bit shaky at the start, but I'm alright now. But this gentleman here, 3rd and 4th, 1.7 second gap, but congratulations to every one of you, you know. First to last, you've all competed, that's what matters. So THG flat out, man, on his penultimate lap of this race. He has led it from the start, hasn't put a foot wrong for 95 laps, heading on to lap number 95. 3 hours of intense racing from them all. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Let's quickly go down, 1.7. He is going to be heading on to his final lap in a minute. He's from a different planet. As the gentleman said in chat, you know, a couple of them said, 52s were done in qualification. This guy has done a 52 in the race, in race pace. Now everyone knows qualification to race pace is totally different. It's always quicker in qualification. This guy is in a different planet, different level, you know. He's basically lapped everyone bar a couple. He's on his final lap of the race. Final lap of the race. These two, 1.1 second gap. This isn't over for the final podium spot. Can he keep third? Can you get third? We'll wait and see. Further down we go. Nothing else is happening. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all hunky-dory. But wicked, wicked. You know, absolutely wicked. These two, 3rd and 4th, under a second now. I've got to keep an eye on first. Got to keep an eye on first position. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah, appreciate it. Idle4 Gaming I am. I got my own YouTube channel. Check it out if you wish. But this gentleman here, 3rd and 4th. This isn't over either. First place, 3rd and 4th, 3rd and 4th. Final lap, they ain't flashed up yet. 3rd and 4th. Under a second now. This is close. This is first place coming down now. Liam in second position. First place dropping down. Lap number 95. Lap number 95. 3rd and 4th. First place is coming around now. Bloody brilliant. Fantastic job. THG flat out. Well done, my friend. Well done. Brilliant work. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant racing. Brilliant. You know what? Fantastic job. Liam heading on to his final lap. But the finishers, Racer Brown recovered. Brilliant. You know, he recovered very well. ART Beatty in 9th. Damien Black coming around in 10th. So he's got a way to go. But wow. Brilliant race, you know. Phenomenal. I want to say the word, but I can't say the word because it's naughty, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to swear or anything like that. But fantastic, you know. Liam now coming around. Gecko Racer, hats off to Gecko Racer, finishing 5th. Rusty coming around now, and that's it. Where is 3rd and 4th? Oh, I missed this overtake. Swift has got 3rd. Swift has got 3rd on the last lap. What have I missed? Darren, you bald-headed donkey. What have I missed? Oh, my lord. Rusty in 6th. Well done. Well done. J Doobie in 7th. Well done. What a donut I am. Liam, 2nd position. Well done, my friend. Well done. 2nd position. Memoret 6 Air in 12th. Very well done indeed. Very well done indeed. Damien as well. All of them. Swift got that 3rd. How did I miss that? Jeez. God almighty. What am I like? Well done. Swift coming around now. 13th, 14th. Jerry Bear. Booty. Well done. But Liam there is 2nd. Swift got it on that last lap. Wow. brilliant racing. Third for Swift. And here he is in fourth. Lost it on the last lap. Fantastic racing. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I love that. What a fantastic, 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 fantastic night, day, morning, afternoon of racing. Brilliant. Well, you've got to change your name. You've got to change your name to THC Flat Out. But get us up quickly. Let me save this. Let me save this. We go here. So, 3 hour racing, no positions anyway, but you know. THC Flat Out, that's his name. There's all your first, second, third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh. It's just, you know, 3 laps down, whatever, 2 laps down, whatever, 1 lap down. All that time behind, you've took part in an endurance event. You gave your all, you know, and it's a privilege to do the commentary for them. Hats off to everyone today. You know, thanks for watching. Appreciate the views. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, Damien Black, we made it. Yeah, fair play, fair play. But now my throat's starting to go. Typical, isn't it? But I've been idle for gaming. This has been AXR Bathurst, aka Mount Panorama, 12-hour stint 4. Just check out the next endurance, you know. Not a problem, Rob. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Privilege, mate. You know. I was a bit nervous at first. I don't do it. Who was the final thing? Liam Swift. Where is he? Is he gone? Where is it? Leo. Where's Leo? And Swift. That was a phenomenal race. Well done. Alright, I think that's everything. Idle Gaming's my PSN, my YouTube. Rob, if you need my help again, you know, just give me a shout. I enjoyed that endurance 3 hour, my first time ever. It's a privilege to do it for you. Privilege to cover all the teams, the drivers, the lot. But yeah, apart from that, I think I'm done. I've got everything. I've got the results. Just double check one more time. In case they need them at any point. Fastest lap, 1:52.988. Crazy pace. But yeah, I'm gonna log out now. Remember, like the stream, subscribe so you can see more racing in the future. And yeah, apart from that, much love to you all. Stay safe out there. I know it's getting easier, but still difficult times. But yeah, much love. Peace out. Idle Gaming, AXR Racing. Check them out on Facebook as well, or Team AXR. I think it's AXR or something like that. But check them out on Facebook. And yeah, well done all. Well done. But anyway, peace out. I'll see you soon. Well, you hear from me soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.